Episode 21.
Yeah.
And 3/4. Don't know why it's 3/4.
Just because.
Summer is around the corner. We're both looking delicious and tan.
Yeah, we're both so much browner than last week.
We are so brown. I'm so glad I'm not ginger.
I got scorched.
Gingers must be suffering now.
I know, yeah.
My poor mum is not ginger but has ginger tendencies. She's
Yeah.
just super blonde.
Yeah.
Doesn't tan at all.
Yeah, my missus is like that. She's not even like white, she's just like see-through.
Yeah. 20 minutes in the sun and I get colour.
Yeah, same.
Like I have to put cream on instantly on my tattoo, otherwise it's just like done.
Yeah.
All the whites and everything's gone.
Just gone.
Within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I get knobhead tan.
Yeah.
Super easy. You know, if you're like wearing a cut-off or a vest, if I literally sit down for a coffee outside and I get home like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Knobhead tan straight away.
Yeah.
So we're here, yes. It is Friday, as per usual. We're back in the routine.
Yep.
I like it. Back in the routine. Back on it. I've got my summary. I'm going a bit... Oh, check it out, look.
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi. Oh, Bon Jovi cut off.
That's an interesting little
classic
wash as well. It's like acid wash, but quite subtle.
It's just a washed black... I don't know if it's an acid wash.
Looks like it's got some texture to it.
Yeah, I just liked it. Washed cotton. I think it's like a washed cotton. Might be slightly acid wash. But not heavy, yeah. But I just like that old school print. Do you know what it was when I opened it up and remembered when I was a kid and I used to get Guns N' Roses t-shirts when I first opened them up, and it was like that not sentimental, but
yeah, I know.
You know, it sends you back. You have that instant moment of being like a kid
Nostalgia.
again, like nostalgic. Yeah, that was it. I was like, because it's that old school print that like sticks to itself. And it always reminded me of, because I got a Civil War jumper.
Yeah,
and my mum bought it me from a market store because it was the only place that sold the Guns N' Roses stuff.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of that. And it was just a big skull face on the front, like the war-torn Civil War. It was a cool logo, the Civil War one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was reminding me of that, yeah.
You're looking very summery.
Yes, I even just found my old school retro Nikes as well.
Yeah, I'm looking like I just finished work because I did
you have.
just finish work.
I like the bandana though.
Yeah, I've been wearing a bandana.
Bandana's a good look.
Now. Yeah, I've been called out at the gym. Like, what's all of a sudden the obsession? Like, I wore it one day and then I was like, this is fucking amazing.
And be careful, you get bandana tan.
I know. Yeah. To be fair, when I was out, I didn't have it on.
I've been bandanned.
Bandana tanned. Yeah.
Do you know I did shave my beard a little lower?
Yeah.
And I had a triangle anti-tan where my beard had been. Yeah. So I had to like get out in the sun on just the left side.
Just there,
just
like
to blend it in.
Covering the rest of your face, trying to tan like a little patch.
Yeah. Bad.
Bit of fake tan in the fingertips, just like, there we go, that'll do.
Oh, that stuff's awful.
Yeah.
I remember having to do that for the shows and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Sundays. Yeah, I did use fake tan once or twice. Remember why. Once for a couple of times for bodybuilding shows. Do a few base layers with the good old that. But a couple of times, just vanity.
Yeah.
Wanting to be browner in winter. And then I realised it's so not worth it.
Yeah, I don't know, I've never used it. My legs don't tan as well as my upper body.
No, I think that's true with everyone.
Yeah, is that always the case?
Yeah.
I've never.
I think it's just because they're exposed less.
Yeah,
through
true.
life.
Yeah, yeah. My legs definitely tan noticeably.
Yeah, because you're not hairy, are you? So
no, not particularly.
Mine are quite hairy, but I've buzzed them down so that they would tan.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I'm not hairy, but like I've obviously got
some
more hair than that because there's practically none there.
Yeah, I buzzed that on like a zero and like a half.
Yeah,
I do it once every like 2 months.
Yeah.
It's like, when you get in a bath and it starts looks like seaweed. I'm like, I need to shave it down. The hairiest part of my body is my legs.
Yeah, same for me, really. Yeah. I've got like 7 chest hairs.
It's just such a chore.
Yeah, I bet.
Especially the backs of your legs, because you can't really see what the fuck you're doing.
Like what, your hamstrings?
Yeah, hammies up, and then how far up the butt do you go? There's the question. Do I just leave a hair hammock around the butt?
Yeah.
No,
you just like
not.
accentuate the butt cheeks a little bit. Leave.
Yeah. Just
like like Gymshark's leggings have got like those little bits of contouring.
Yeah,
in there.
Contour my butt cheeks with the hair grade.
Yes.
Blend it in.
Fade in.
Just fade it into the butt cheek.
There we go. Yes. See, we said this the other day about like when a barber's like trimming someone's hair, and if they've got like a really hairy back do they like fade it into the
where's
back
the
hair?
line? Where do you call it?
So there is like, I swear there's a market, unless it might already be a thing, for just like body hairdressers.
Full.
Yeah, they're just
full
like
shave.
grooming your entire body.
When you go in and ask for a full shave, and then they take the top off.
Yeah. And then they come out naked.
Oh,
it doesn't specify. It just says a full shave.
Just stripping. Well, I knew loads of lads that used to have like their backs shaved by their girlfriends.
Really?
Yeah, because they were bad.
Yeah. I'm fortunate, I suppose. I don't have any back
No,
hair.
I've got like sporadics on my shoulders and traps that are just like more on my left than my right side.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's expecting.
I'm sure that's something to do with because
Like a westerly breeze.
of your heart being on the one side, that there's more oxygenated blood on the one side. I'm sure I heard something. So yeah, apparently a lot of people have more hair on the left hand side of their body than on the right. I don't know if that's true. It kind of would make sense though.
Contemplating buying one of those laser guns.
Other to like remove
Just to do
hair.
it, get rid of those bits because they're so annoying. Because they're not big enough to be like grim, but they're big enough. If I leave it, they get noticeable.
Yeah.
So I have to deal with them.
Yeah.
And then once I have to, I'm always on it because then I've done it. I have to keep it up.
Yeah.
And it's just like a self-awareness thing. So I think if I get one of those laser things, just zap them off, or like do a lightning bolt shape. Just trying to do something stupid. Yeah, we'll see. I might have a look. Don't know if they're worth it though.
I have no idea.
They're expensive. They're like £200, yeah.
All right.
But then it's meant to be gone forever once you've done it.
Yeah. Well, I think surely. I bet the treatment's probably because
Treatment's well expensive. It's thousands.
Yeah.
To do that's full body.
Yeah.
But it's not cheap. It's hundreds of pounds per time.
Goddamn.
Yeah. But effective. Zap.
I suppose it just depends if you don't want to be hairy or don't want to.
I'm not a fan of body hair, mate.
No, neither am I.
Never ever have been. Ever since I was a wee boy, a wee baron.
No, I suppose.
Never liked it.
Does your chest get hairy?
This is as hairy as it gets.
Okay, so it's kind of hairy. It's not,
So
but it is just your chest, though, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah, I got very little down here, and then on my stomach, it's just that pretty much that line. But here, that's as thick as it gets. Like it doesn't fill in. It's kind of just.
Yeah.
I'm here, but I'm not like oof.
Yeah.
I'm not rest your head.
Yeah.
Puffy on there.
Yeah.
No, it's more like stabby.
Yeah. Prickly.
Little bits. Yeah, it's like what? If I take a square inch, there's probably like 40 hairs in a square inch. Like there's space between them. You can clearly see.
Yeah.
Again, like what's the point in that? Either hairy or not. What's this half-ass shit my body's got going on?
Yeah, unfortunately, your body don't work that way, does it? But it makes.
I think it assumes I'm going to be in a pretty warm climate most of my time, and maybe in the winter I might need a little bit of something.
Yeah, quite possibly.
They didn't expect me to be living in England because I've got Cypriot heritage, don't I?
That must be it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
Doesn't explain it for me either, though, does it?
bitch, move.
Terrible. How's your week been, mate?
Busy. Yeah. So many like edits to catch up on now because I'm determined to get 2 videos out a week. And I've got Cal on now, more like proper full time. He comes down 2-3 days, smash it, get loads done. I've bought loads of kit so he can be more experimental with stuff. We've got a professional gimbal now. We've got more drones. Invested in better lenses. Got like C-Log, which we're filming on today on the camera. Started utilising that more. I just really want to take it up a notch. I've started to get really like into the photography side of stuff, and I just realised how much you can manipulate images and stuff, and I want to do it with the video.
Yeah.
I want to make it engaging,
Yeah.
but creative at the same time.
Yeah.
But that's hard when you're teaching somebody the basics of doing YouTube,
Yeah.
and then expecting them to have these
Yeah. pick up these
abilities to
other
do
things.
the creation I want to
Because
do.
Cal's like skill set's very different, isn't it? Although
Yeah.
obviously he's good at filming, but it's a different type of filming.
He's basically an apprentice.
Yeah.
He's apprentice level. But the idea is if I can train him in my ways,
Yeah.
then I can bring him on more and more and more into projects and put him forward for other stuff that I have to do for like contractual work and stuff that's paid outside of what I'll pay him. So he'll get paid by them instead of me as well, which is beneficial to him.
Yeah, of course.
And that's how I was like doing that, is bringing people through with you. I was like that idea.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. And also, again, just working with him quite a lot, he'll get to know your style, and it'll eventually just.
He's pretty good at taking criticism as well.
Yeah.
You know, some people get butthurt about stuff.
Yeah.
He's not so much like that.
Yeah. That's always good, I think.
Yeah, he can kind of, because I am blunt.
Yeah.
But I just can't be arsed with the wishy-washy. I know you're meant to make positive sandwiches, aren't you?
Yeah.
Start with the good,
Shit
tell her
sandwich.
what needs changing, then finish him with another good.
Yeah.
Whereas I tend to just go, here's the meat
Yeah.
of the sandwich.
Yeah.
Just
This is what's
fucking deal with
This
it.
is what's wrong.
That's the fact.
Everything else is sound.
Yeah, that's the fact. Fix that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and I appreciate. I don't take offence. That's my problem. See,
I think as well, it just depends on how you work with people. So I guess like early days, if you don't know the person, you don't know how they're going to handle criticism, then potentially it can be risky. Once you've established some kind of a relationship, or you've, I suppose, put the precursor in of I am blunt, I'll say things as they are. I don't mean to be rude. That's just how I work.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, Okay.
But it's how I talk to myself in my head.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like not out of place.
Yeah.
That's how I speak to myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm similar.
So-
I mean, I'm much more mindful of it now because
I try to be.
of just having staff and working with different people.
See, that's it, isn't it? But do you not think it's a bit fucking wishy-washy?
No,
Like, I know
don't.
you can seem tyrannical,
Yeah.
but it's also there's just, like, points.
I think at the end of the day,
This, off you go.
For me, the idea of having a team, we want to really, like, I want a diverse team, people that are different, and that's a very good thing because it means we cover more bases. We think we have, like, a more diverse pool of thought, which is going to be better for creativity, better for just general ideas. And because the people are different, that means they're going to respond to all different stimulus differently. So criticism, some people will take offence to it, it'll take it personally. So I feel like now, as somebody who's a leader or someone who's in charge of other people or works with other people in a team.
It's the Gary Glitter of the gym world.
I am Gary Glitter now. Like, I have to try to take different approaches with different people to make sure that we get the most out of them. Because otherwise, like, I could have a team of people that dealt with criticism the same way I do, very objective, just deal with it and then move on. But then we wouldn't be that diverse because everyone would think and act the same way. So, like, for what my goals are, by having that, like, more diverse talent pool of people, I suppose, I have to handle people differently, and I think it's a good skill to have.
It's one of those things, like, if I'm being spoken to by somebody I know knows more than me about something, I will just listen, and take it on board with zero kind of emotional attachment to it.
Yeah,
and that's how I assume things are. Because, like, I'll listen to Cal about lighting and stuff because he knows more about it than me.
Yeah.
So I'll literally go, Cal, how have they done this?
Yeah.
Then he'll go, right, you can see from this shadow and this shadow, there's a light here, there's that there, and this is probably the type of light they've used because of the diffusion, and then they've bounced the light off this wall to get rid of that shadow. I'm like, cool. And then I just trust him with the light and go and do that, and he does that stuff.
Yeah.
So in my head, when I'm showing him something to do with editing, or a flow, or a transition, or why something shouldn't just be like lazily slapped in somewhere.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between, like, hard cuts in making an edit, where it works, where hard cut is part of the feature of it.
Yeah.
And then there's another points where hard cuts are just, you should have put transition there and that's lazy.
Yeah.
Like, you've just slammed from one to another, just it doesn't work, and you should see that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because of the flow. So when I'm saying that, I will literally go, this is shit.
Yeah.
Like that, look, watch this here. See how that doesn't flow?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That needs a transition there.
Yeah.
Like little things like that. But I literally say it like that.
Yeah. No, well,
come here, watch this.
It works well because that's how Cal works and he takes it well. So,
yeah,
like,
so he'll just go, he'll be like, oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Because, like, I found out this week, what he's been doing, he's been editing in patches. He's not been watching the whole things back through. So he's been editing a patch, then moving on editing a patch, which is probably what most people do. You get a bit of work done. So you've done that amount of work, you go to sleep, go do some other stuff, and then you come back to it and do it there. And you assume the first bit you've done was decent. Whereas I'm really in I will watch my own shit through like 3 or 4 times before I export it. To the point where I'm bored of hearing myself speak.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem, is people get bored of watching, rewatching.
Yeah.
You've got to, because that's when you catch the finer details. Because when you get bored of it, you're not listening to the meat anymore, and you're picking up on all the little things that don't work.
Yeah.
You've got to almost bore yourself with it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But again, it obviously works, right? And, like, I used to be like that, where I'd be very blunt and to the point, and it worked very well when I was doing my other job, and the people who were around me knew that's how I was. And I do fall back into those habits sometimes, especially when I'm very busy or focused on something. I'll just be blunt and just cut it out. But it doesn't always get the most.
I think sometimes you can buffer it, like you said, by going, not being rude here, but just come listen to this.
Yeah.
And then just at the end of it, you always just say, I just wanted to just get those points across simple and quick, rather than faff and just be like, there's a bit, because that's just not going to work ever, so we might as well never have that again.
Yeah. As well, I think, though, like, the shit sandwich kind of is also quite valid, because I think
I do try and do it more.
If you do that consistently by telling, all the negatives, then people are only going to respond to, like, the stimulus that they're getting. If you're always saying, this needs changing, that needs changing, and they never hear the positive, which I'm sure you do tell Cal positives as well.
See, Bulge is looking good today.
Yeah, you're looking beautiful today. But, like,
he's a big bastard, isn't he?
He's huge.
He's deceptively massive.
Yeah, but you wouldn't, obviously, in theory, you wouldn't be using him if you weren't happy with his work.
No, I think
so. By default,
yeah. I'm always very. I'm a fifth chance kind of guy.
Yeah,
like I'm very. not forgiving, that's the wrong word. I'm optimistic
Yeah.
in people's ability
To adjust and change.
to
improve.
Fail, see the error, go again. Fail, and you're going to see. That's the thing is, you're going to see them do well at one part, and like with Cal, with the way he even structures videos now is way better than when he started. He understands because he's not into his fitness is not his fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's into hiking and shit like that, so he doesn't know watching fucking YouTube fitness videos and stuff. So to suddenly be chucked in to create a flow of that after being told what we're going to film and then how I want it to look in 10 minutes before we start doing it.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna,
it's a lot to wrap your head around.
It's a lot to do, and already his flow's getting better with that state, and then it's more my frustrations of my bad time management that I then end up pushing on to other people because I need something that I need changing or needed done isn't done because I haven't checked it early enough.
Yeah.
And now it's on my head to fix it in the time to get it in the time frame I need. So it's sometimes it's my errors that I need to also buffer.
Yeah. It's a big commitment, isn't it? The 2 videos a week.
No, I think 3 is a big commitment.
Yeah.
I'm not saying 2 is a big commitment because if I do, I'm going to make excuses and I'm going to make it seem like it's a big deal. Whereas I'm very capable of creating 2 videos a week.
You're 100% capable of doing it.
I get rid of the OCD-ness of this has to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be 90% decent and get it out.
Yeah.
Because all the shit that makes that 10% up, you won't even notice.
Oh yeah, 100%. Right. Like we were saying, like ages ago on one of the earlier podcasts, I'm saying like a lot of the stuff that I watch it's just really raw, just hard cuts, or even literally just someone sat there talking about a topic.
And I think drilling out content is better as well than creating a couple of perfect pieces. I think just smashing it because 1, you're hitting the algorithm more. 2, you're more consistently uploading, which makes people pay more attention to you because there's always something to watch on your channel. Same with Instagram. There's always something to look at. That's how you need to be. Kind of.
Well, people follow you for you. They don't follow you for your edits, or they don't follow you for your transitions.
No, that is true. But I forget that, and it's more my own pressure on myself because I want to be creative and I enjoy it.
Like genuinely. So this is something I ended up not watching Max Tuning's videos as much because they were so much transition, so much like drone footage of the city, and so much like I'm driving to Chipotle, and then it takes like a minute of him driving, and you see in his Jeep from like 12 different angles, and then I'm just like
seeing it.
I get that he's put it in there to like make it high production value, and fuck me, I am thinking, Jesus Christ, he had to drive down the road, stop, get out, put his camera, leave it on the street while he drove past it again, then to reverse back up the road to go and get it. I was like, there's so much effort, and he's just like, that must be the only thing he did that day was just get a sandwich because it was like so hard work. It was like, but like, I was just like, I want to see him because I liked his personality, I liked his training footage, I liked what he talked about.
He's witty, isn't he? As well? He's quick.
Yeah, he's funny, and I just felt like the production value.
You know what it is? That's because you were watching him a lot, and so you saw the same stuff a lot, and that's what. Whereas the new people coming in, he in his head, he's editing in case you've never seen him before.
Yeah,
and then maybe also, well, this is what people are used to see now, so I can't back off it.
Yeah, because there's another guy, How to Beast, is it? How to Beast? Like, I think he's one of the Alpha League guys as well. Like, I'm sure he's in that same kind of crew with, I think he's friends with like Max Tuning, Guzman and that. And his videos, very similar style, lots of like cool edits and stuff like that. But no, like, and this will be a video where he's talking about one topic. Yeah. And then he'll be like, he'll talk to you for like 2 minutes in his car about the topic, then he'll go off and there'll be some cool edits and he'll go off and then he'll do another like 5 minutes of talking while he's eating a burrito, and then he'll go off and then some cool edits.
About the same topic.
Yeah, the same topic. And then he'll be in the gym, like sat on a bench press, and it's still the same topic. And I'm just like, I just want to know about the fucking topic. That's why I clicked on the video. I don't want it I don't want to have to like watch like a minute of like filler in between.
Unless the filler's purposeful.
Yeah, and like I understand it's to break it down so it doesn't feel like a long monotonous video.
I called it years ago flashbang bullshit.
Yeah,
because it is flashbang bullshit. It is filler, but it's pretty bullshit. Yeah. That's the thing, and it's creatively probably feeding them. Yeah, because they're trying new stuff and trying the things are smooth. And so for them, amidst them talking about the shit that they talk about every day, all the time, these are their little reprieves of showing them more than what they're talking about, I guess.
And as well, like, that's just my opinion. Like, somebody else might love the high production stuff. Yeah. But for me, I follow these channels for the people. Like, I just want to.
That's very true.
I just want to see more of them.
It used to be frustrating when it was. I called it flashbang bullshit at a point because everyone was focusing on these mad drone edits and all this stuff, and we were getting out of a 10-minute video 3 minutes of actual video. Yeah, and I wanted to see the people and listen to them or the journey or whatever. And it
did feel like it was just a way of hitting that 10-minute mark on YouTube because wasn't there like something?
I think intro.
Yeah.
make that a cool little edit and engaging if you want one there.
Yeah.
And then if you're going from one location to another, that's not going to be every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like you're literally changing a whole location.
Yeah.
Then do something there where you intro into the new location.
Yeah.
And then carry just straight on. I really like that. Real like intro, bit of a mid change, but then after that you can just go raw.
Yeah.
Like raw and snappy chop edits.
I remember it was probably a couple of years ago how Max had his video structured, Max Tuning again, and I really liked that format where he'd just be talking about a specific thing, just like normally in his apartment in the morning.
Yeah.
Then he would nip out, but then you'd get a little bit of an edit, and then you'd get a training montage of him in the gym, and then he'd be talking about something else. So it was a day in the life kind of style
like
vlog,
a day run.
But he had these edits in there, but they were purposeful, and he'd make like a really cool training montage, and that would just be fitted in, and then he would talk about what happened in the training session after, and so it all fit. There was purpose to the prettiness as well. It wasn't just in for the sake of putting it there.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was really I don't know.
I think sometimes I think the whole community got carried away with the edits. I think it was all a one-upsmanship at one point, wasn't it? And now we're getting back to seeing more of just people wanting to listen to people with information.
Yeah.
I do think it's gone full circle, because even if you look at the really creative guys, there's a guy I've started following recently whose name I can't remember because I'm terrible with names, but he's really good at creating B-roll and photography. He does photography but he basically shows you how he creates his B-rolls. So he'll do a vlog and he'll have all the stuff in it, and then he'll show you how he created it in another video and stuff like that, and he'll talk through editing photos, he'll talk through editing videos, and it's really just informative, but the way he does the informational videos is even really cleverly edited. It's really, really well lit. The whole environment is like very specifically structured in the way it's filmed, and then even like the movements from one place to another will be a transitional thing, even if it's a simple movement of shutting a laptop and moving to another camera. It's like just done slickly. But they turn out like one video every 2 weeks. That's the thing.
I know.
But they really do kill it, because I guess they're doing both. They're giving you something nice to look at whilst learning.
I guess that's a hard thing to do, isn't it, as well?
And usually what they're showing you is what they're talking about as well, so it's purposeful. I don't know what his bloody name is.
Have you got any other YouTube channels that you're watching right now?
I've just started watching a load of photographers and editors, stuff like that, because I want to learn more about how these digital cameras work, and like what lenses I need, how I'm to use it, how I'm to use the histograms properly. Like I know basics of everything, but I want to know why now. Like I want to be able to set this thing up, and when something doesn't work, I'm able to look at it, see all the figures, and go, that's what's not right. Whereas at the moment, it's like, that's not working, and I have to fuck with everything until I figure out which one it is, and I want to be able to just know quicker. But I've been starting to take really nice photos on that, just on my own with the tripod. Put some good Harley ones up this week that even I was like fuck the guy on the Harley, I'm not asked about him. It was just the fact, the light behind my shot and the butt and stuff I've shown you before, that genuinely made me a bit horny. I was like, watch this highlight, see how that flares through and then blends off nicely. That's a light capture, that is, with a bokeh of the gods.
Improving your skill set though, mate.
I just enjoy it. I really enjoy photo editing. I wish Instagram wasn't such a fucker and just allowed creativity to be shared without this bullshit algorithm shite like it used to be. Like,
I know.
You saw something sick,
amazing.
Everyone would see it because everyone
liked it,
organic,
so it,
and but now, like I see one of every 30 posts is something I'm interested in. Like the rest of it is just like, what did I see today? Fucking some bullshit lad Bible things kept popping up all over the place about, if this doesn't make you hate kids, nothing will. And it's like kids hitting parents' TVs with hammers and stuff like that, when they're young, caught on camera. I'm just like, what's it? Why?
What is this? What's the point?
Why is this even on my feed? It's not shit I watch. Why is Instagram pushing this on me? It's because they've paid for it to be seen, or whatever the fuck, I don't know. And it's just like, I didn't like kids before, I don't like them now. Well done.
It's just a business, isn't it? That's unfortunately and I get, money makes the world go round. Everything's got to be profitable.
The creativity? Instagram was originally a platform for photography and pictures. Do you remember? That's how it started.
But was it a profitable business?
Fucking Facebook bought it, and that's what it was.
Yeah, because the thing is as well, until we started kind of running Facebook ads for the business and things like that, I thought Facebook was social media. Like that's what most people think. They think, oh, Facebook is a social media platform. It is, so you can communicate with your friends and share your statuses. It's not.
No,
it's an advertising campaign, and you all jump on there thinking it's something, but actually it's not. Because the back end of Facebook, like what most people see of Facebook is literally the tip of the iceberg. There is so much more that's behind the scenes that you don't see, and that is the actual purpose of it. That's what makes the wheels go round, basically. And it is just a big advertising platform. There is no interest in your fucking dinner or your status about taking your kids to the pool or whatever you're fucking doing. It's literally just them selling you shit and getting paid to do so.
I'm never on Facebook anymore, mate.
No, I hate it. I can't stand Facebook.
Every time I do try and go on it, like I've got hundreds of messages from people from like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's probably a big task to try and catch up with that.
Well, I daren't because I'm never on it. So if I reply once, it's going to seem rude then because it's another 2 years until I look again. Yeah. But there's lots of people who do kind of just keep posting their lives on there, which
people still do it. It's still popular.
It's still the same old thing of.
It's still more popular on Instagram, I think.
It's no, it's definitely not.
I'm sure it is.
No, it's definitely not because there's not even people under the age of 18 don't even have a Facebook profile anymore. It's
a
dead platform.
It will be dead. So, but I'm sure when I checked last, this was maybe a year ago though, there was still more interaction on Facebook overall.
Oh, and what for businesses?
No, just in general. More.
I know there is for businesses. Like it's definitely better for advertising now.
Oh, it's definitely. I've noticed that as well. Facebook's way better, but I'm sure when I last checked it, there is more.
I tried doing some Instagram advertising. I've tried it like last month or so because it is a pay-to-play platform now.
Yeah.
Shit, mate.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Makes no sense to me. I put like 20 quid on one thing and it did really well.
Yeah.
I put 50 quid on, well, more than £50 on another one because it was a part of my contract things to do some of it. Did less than the 20 quid one.
Yeah.
Just bizarre. Like, where's the logic?
Yeah, because the back end of Instagram advertising is nowhere, because it all piggybacks off of Facebook. So like if you run your ads through Facebook, you can literally have it so it you can duplicate everything. So when you post on Instagram, it'll post on Facebook, and you can do that with your ads. And then you'll go into the details after, and it'll be like, oh, I've spent £100 on ads. Like £93 was spent on Facebook, £7 on Instagram, and you wonder why, because it's just so heavily biased towards Facebook.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether that's because they know that it performs better on there, so it does it automatically, or whether they just don't push it. But yeah, it's
definitely where it's going. It's a shame because all these people now, some of you guys listening probably, are trying to create little businesses and followings on Instagram and stuff like that. I genuinely do think if you do pay to push anything on there, that's it. You're fucked. Then you have to continually pay because I think it flags your account as willing to pay.
Yeah.
Like we've definitely seen that. Like once you do it, it'll give you a boost, and then when you don't do it for a bit, it literally culls your account.
Yeah, I've heard that a few times. People have said that, and we've noticed when we like boosted posts in the past. Yeah. Then for a week or two after, none of the posts seem to perform anyway.
Because they're trying to fishy hook you back in.
Because you constantly get bombarded by you can save £8 on your next boost and stuff like that. They constantly
what's that for Facebook?
That's Instagram. Well, it's both of them. Yeah, then they'll give you a discount on boosting your next post. Or
is this talking through a firm, using a firm to do it?
No. This is through Instagram.
I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, you get a little. To be fair, I haven't actually paid too much attention to it. It's one of the things that you see that much that you ignore, but then you'll get the occasional little offer.
It'd be interesting to see how many people who are using Instagram have seen mass changes. Have you seen mass changes in your likes when they got hidden? Because it's revealing likes again now.
Yeah.
But you need the choice to hide them, and everyone's hiding them.
Yeah.
Because nobody's getting the likes anymore that they used to.
Yeah.
Because everyone stopped it. So first of all they go, we're going to hide that and they don't matter anymore. And then we're going to bring it back and make you all feel shit.
Yeah.
Because it's just give us a fucking avenue.
Yeah.
And let us go. Let us just constantly. We're all chasing this fucking algorithm, and we're losing that want to be creative and create content that we want. We're creating content for the fucking algorithm, and this is the way YouTube went wrong for a lot of people as well, including myself.
I'm wondering if they're because there's got to be reason. They're not just fucking with it just because they're haha, this will screw everyone over.
No, I think they are. I think they constantly want you to be chasing your tail, to have to pay to be confused, to have to pay to get things boosted, be confused again, be willing to pay again.
There is that possibility.
That's what it is.
There is that possibility that they're doing it just to fuck people over and make people have to pay.
These platforms give zero fucks about anyone on them.
Because I would think that they're almost split testing it to find out what's the most profitable. So they'll make some changes, and then be like, okay, how much are people paying for ads now? And then make some more changes and be like, okay, how much are people? And then when they're like, okay,
that is their only concern.
So it's like, yeah, they're just
that is their only concern, because I know
when
when Ben Francis went to meet with some of the YouTube CEOs, as part of Gymshark doing so well, and they're intertwined. Like even like Gymshark went to see, they're all like talking to board members of Instagram and YouTube. They're all, because they want Gymshark to pay them to be on their platforms. And Ben was really excited to go and meet with the YouTube CEO. So it's going to be some really creative guy, all about content driven, and this platform is created. And he said it was one of the most disappointing meetings of his life, because all they talked about, all they cared about, was ad revenue. That was the entire basis of YouTube, was how much can a video make them on ad revenue. They didn't give a shit what the video was. So if you had a video that was, for argument's sake, a minute long, and it was a real heartfelt video about how you've found a possible cure for cancer. Yeah? And it's an amazing thing. I've got a video that's 1 minute 1 second long, 1 minute 1 second long, of monkeys throwing shit at each other. For 1 minute and 1 second long. Now, if your video gets 100,000 views, my video gets 100,000 views in the first few days, my video is getting pushed more than yours for the next days after, because mine's a second longer.
Because I remember there's
zero fucks for what the content is.
I remember for a while everyone was trying to get to the 10-minute mark, because I don't know what it was, whether they got more ad revenue or something like that.
After 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, you used to be able to, up to 10 minutes, it would auto put ads in. After 10 minutes, you could choose where you wanted to put the ads in and how many. That's what it was. So you could create more revenue in theory. I liked it because you could reduce the amount of ads.
If you can.
I hate YouTube spams.
Oh god, that's why. Like I was saying in the last episode, fucking YouTube Premium. It's so fucking worth it. $11.99 or whatever it is.
But I think overall, after that very long and lengthy conversation about fucking algorithms and YouTube and shit, my point would be to everybody is, don't be creative and push through. Don't try and chase the algorithm, because they're going to change it. The moment you think you caught it, they're changing it. So don't worry about it. If you're creating good, informative content, you're not taking selfies in a bathroom with a urinal behind you and then quoting some deep,
Socrates.
Emotional life quote and then posting that picture alongside it. Like, if you're creating fun content that you think has value to people, then keep doing it. Don't worry too much about it. Just get it out there, put it out, and like I said, be 90% happy with it and just put it out.
It's a losing battle in a certain extent, and I think there will be other platforms like TikTok and whatever else. There'll be more that'll come out, because everything runs its course. No matter how big you think it is, it'll run its course, it'll die out, and then something else will come.
Just use each platform to fuel different forms of creativity. Use the Instagram thing to get better at photography, and just use that as a reason. Like, you take a great picture, take pictures for the joy of taking pictures, and then if you get good edits to go up on the Instagram, bonus. You know what I mean? It's one of those, and you just keep kind of going, because my photography's come on leaps and bounds because of Instagram, because I want to create better imagery on there. So that it has that, you can turn it into a positive, even though like Instagram is frustrating as hell. It really is. And the fact that they're trying to, first they went for IGTV, and now they're going for Reels, and now just do some fun. Just be creative.
What's your least favourite platform?
Twitter. I'm never ever on it though, so I don't know if I could really say that, because I never used it properly. I've got like 20,000 followers on it or something. I never use it. It's just so negative and horrible. It's just a platform of doom.
You just need to tweet just like bum cheeks. Just see what happens. Just literally completely random.
I can't, because it'll turn. I'll do it at the end of this. I'll just tweet.
Just tweet bum cheeks.
Hashtag CREWCast.
Just for no reason at all. After it's been dormant for like 2 years.
It really has. I don't think I've posted, unless it auto posts from other stuff. I don't think I ever do. I don't think I ever do. Maybe I should use Twitter. I know it's very tons of people on it. It's celebrity fueled, isn't it? But I don't think you can really. Don't know if you can do much with Twitter other than
it's just random thoughts that pop into your head, isn't it? And risky things that you probably shouldn't say.
and stuff that can be brought back up in 10 years.
Yeah,
Get you
to be honest,
from the
like,
job.
I don't think you should.
I don't think you should go back.
I don't think it'd be good for you,
I
mate.
honestly don't like
the way
it.
your brain works.
Yeah, at the time things are funny, and then you go,
no.
a year ago,
Yeah.
that was funny.
Probably
Not
shouldn't
anymore.
have said that now. So, I actually started listening to an audiobook today, and the author made a funny, like, kind of, I don't know what you call it, a disclaimer at the start or something like that.
Yeah.
And he said, like, he wrote the book in 2010, and he's been meaning to get around to, you know, producing the audio version of it for ages, because he said he always wanted to voice it himself.
Yeah.
He didn't want an actor doing it. And anyway, so he did this in like 2018 or 2019, so it was quite a few years later. And he said, like, in the years past after the book came out, I've picked up a little bit of flack from using only male pronouns in there. So I'm assuming, I haven't got very far in the book, so I'm assuming, like, when he's talking about something, it will be like, and he did this and he did that.
Oh, right,
the whole
yeah.
book. And he's like, he's like, that was the decision that I made at the time. And he said, like, now how things have changed, and in hindsight, I wouldn't have made that decision. I probably would have had a more diverse range of pronouns as I go through. And said, so then when I came to actually record this, I had the choice whether to actually retroactively change it, or I could stick with it. And he was like, and for reasons that are my own, I've chose to keep it as it was. But also I respect your opinion to not like it, or basically. And I was like, fair enough. I think that's quite an interesting way.
What else can you do?
He said what he said. Shit, it happened in the past. It was a different time. Like, I don't know I don't get the full pronouns thing. I understand that it's really important to some people, but, like,
I think those people need to get a life.
Yeah, I think it's probably people
you need
being
to, if
offended.
you're worried about how people say he, she, or it,
Yeah.
fuck me, you've not got enough going on in your life. I couldn't think of anything that means less to me right now in this world. Maybe the only thing that means less to me than that would be the news.
We need to pour this, mate.
Oh, yes. God, man, we've ranted. This week, we're on one that many of you might have actually tried. This isn't a bizarre one. Yeah, but it's one that we haven't tried, and one that we constantly do. Now, I have had it in mixers only, never had it neat, and I had this bought for me, so I haven't bought this.
Yeah.
And this is Crossbones Premium Dark Rum. Back on the pirate rum, and I do like this one because it does have a big skull piratey face. On the back in a nice silhouette, black on black. It's a very nice looking bottle.
It is. It's very
gold
small.
writing, which is, what is it when it's not embossed?
Debossed.
When it's sticking out.
That's
embossed, isn't it?
Embossed
Debossed is... What's it when it's
Debossed
punched
is
in?
pressed in.
Yeah,
Embossed is out. I think.
Yeah, so that's embossed in gold lettering. Limited release, this one as well. Never knew that. There we go. So this is, Premium Dark Rum.
You know what we need to try and get hold of? We need to try and get hold of that Burning Barn limited edition, because they've got one that's coming out. It's like
so we're
50
supposed to be working with Burning Barn, getting some of their bits to try for you guys. So we've got a limited edition one coming out on did you say 7th?
Yeah, it's the 7th.
Oh, we'll message them tonight. We're supposed to be going over. I'm going to be doing a bike vlog. I'm going to ride over. Here's the idea. I'm going to ride over to Black Country, do a vlog on the way, on the bike, train, have a bit of a montage at the training montage when I get there, and then ride over to Burning Barn from there, because I'm based in Solihull, which is about 45 minutes from your gym. And so we can fly over there, a bit more of a vloggy vlog on the bike, and then go and have a look at their little rums and practices and what they got going on. So it'll be quite interesting.
Yeah, they got
just like a quick blast of a thing. We're here, bam, 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 and this is what we're going to try.
Yeah, the new one that's coming out is a beer barrel finished vanilla rum, and it's 54.5%.
You know, immediately when you say that, beer barrel finished rum.
Yeah.
Do you know what comes to my head straight away?
What?
Butterbeer.
Butterbeer.
Like as if it's like in the realms. Because it says vanilla, beer barrel, and the rum. I'm like, butterbeer.
Yeah, and it's Burning Barn and this other company. I think it's Die Brew or Dig Brew.
Those are very different letters. How are you not knowing? It's either an E or a G or a Z.
We'll have a look at how
Is it weird text?
Yeah, it's almost like Goosebumps.
Oh, okay, I'll take it back.
See what I mean?
Oh yeah, Dig Brew. I think it is
Dig Brew. Yeah, I'm sure. So I've seen that logo because there's the.
Listen to the Crossbones pour.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be a pour. I don't think it's gonna be a glug. Yeah.
It's a lovely colour.
That's very
It's almost
dark.
red.
That is very dark. It's very golden. That is quite... Oh, my God, that smells strong. Crikey. What's the percentage?
Crikey, mate.
Crikey, Charlie. I get very good at not swearing so much and saying things like... I stood on a thistle the other day. 40% it is.
Yeah.
I stood on a thistle the other day. Instead of being like, you little bitch, I stood on it and I went, oh, jeez.
Crikey, mate.
What does it smell of this? Oh, that is very... Oh, what is that? You can definitely smell that spice. There's a hefty spice tone in there. I don't think this is going to be very sweet.
No.
So it says on the back of it, it's a Crossroads Premium Dark Wine. It's beautifully opulent. Good words. Good words. Opulent with notes of treacle toffee, baking spice and fudge, which suggests lots of sweetness.
Yeah.
A delicate hint of smokiness, there we go, is followed with a smooth, lengthy finish.
Good. Love a bit of length.
Love a lengthy finish. So that is what the smokiness is what's overwhelming my...
Yeah,
that's what's overwhelming it. But you can smell a bit of that treacle behind that. Because treacle doesn't smell sweet, does it? It smells quite...
It's got almost bitterness to it. But...
Yeah, like a bitter smell. And that's what you can smell as the treacle and the smokiness.
Oh, well...
Are we letting that get down?
I'm going to just leave it a minute, yeah.
A couple of minutes.
So...
Well, we're 40 minutes in. We've had a good old adult rant.
Yeah.
So let's get on to some silliness.
Yeah.
What are we going to talk about today?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, mate.
I've lost an entire pair of jeans.
Oh. Was this what you were saying earlier?
In the house somewhere. Yeah, see these jeans I'm wearing now. So these are Levi's. They're called... what are they called?
Jeans?
Something crafted. No, bollocks. Why is my brain so shit? They're called something like... it's not cut and crafted. It's something and crafted. And it's like their limited ranges where they'll use Japanese denim.
Yeah.
And they're like really specific cuts and finishes to them. And they're only limited. And once they're done, they're done.
Yeah.
And this is the crafted range is the ones you want to be looking at if you want some good Levi's jeans. And I found these in a Levi's store on a sale section, randomly just like folded up and chucked onto a shelf. But I saw the wash of them and I pulled them off. I was like, oh, they look nice. And then they were like a 33 waist. I was like, God damn it, they're going to be a big fatty waist on it. It's not going to fit me. I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll belt it and I'll get away with it. Anyway, they're a cropped leg. And they're all, obviously, you can see, they're all ripped up and nice and pre-washed and stuff. Put them on, feel like a freaking dream.
Yeah.
So what I found out now is 33s fit my upper thighs really well
Yeah.
and sit really nicely. And I just have to wear a belt with them.
Yeah.
But it's not like, but they sit low on my hips.
Yeah.
They don't fall down.
Yeah, they're not like, there's not an excess
Yeah.
of material around
So
your waist.
this has a really specific name to it, which I can't think now. So this is really useful. I'm telling everyone about these jeans that you're not know the name of or can get because I can't tell you the style.
No. So anyway, where are these fucking jeans? The
So,
missing jeans, then?
but the thing is, these got them from the sale thing, and then I was like, these are so cool, and I'm going to wear these
get
so
them twice.
much. Yeah, I'm going to fuck them up, so I'm going to get another pair.
Yeah.
So I've bought the same pair again. I haven't lost that. But what I did find was with the cut that these are, and they're a crafted cut. So they're a cropped leg. Which, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see my girly ankles sticking out the bottom. My calves are there. I will prove it. Look,
They're right at
just
the top.
popping there at the top. They're just hidden. So at the moment, it just looks like I've got no legs whatsoever. I found them again, the exact same cut and wash, but they're not as fucked up.
Yeah.
They just have one patch on the knee, and the rest of them are perfect.
Yeah.
They're the ones I've lost. I've worn them once. Got them in now because then I have two pairs of the same cut but not the same look.
Yeah.
So I've got one. The exact pair I bought secondary of this is hung up nicely. The label's still on and will be until these get proper fucked.
Yeah.
But the other ones I was supposed to be wearing them in.
Yeah.
And lost them.
How do you lose a pair of jeans?
How do you lose an entire pair of jeans through COVID as well? We've not even been anywhere.
Yeah. Did you have any rampant action anywhere and just threw your jeans off and forgot about them?
Only if I did it in my dreams. So I don't know. Yeah, that's my daily.
the
My today's
jean
discovery.
thief.
Well, it wasn't today's discovery actually. Today I tried looking for them again.
Yeah.
I can't
The
find them
jeans
anywhere.
thief. Someone's like
Somebody's
sneaking in.
hoisted my jeans.
Yeah. You know, like people like there was like a thing with someone stealing like women's pants from washing lines. Like someone stole your jeans from your washing line.
I wonder where they are.
Someone snuck past.
I bet you're doing it. I'm terrible, right? I'll go on a trip,
Yeah.
which I'll always overpack for,
Yeah.
and then when I get back,
Never unpack.
never unpack it.
Should we have a sip of this?
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Clink.
Oh. Skull glasses.
Yep. Skull and
Just to match
crossbones.
it. Okay, here we go. So remember, treacle fudge, smoke with a lengthy finish. Well, it's not as spicy as I thought it'd be.
It's quite bitter.
It is. There's not a lot of... Ooh, at the back end, bit of heat. Very little heat, though, just warmth.
I'm getting the treacle through right at the end. I didn't like that taste. The initial taste is quite...
strong, isn't it? It's like alcohol, quite strong alcohol. Try again. Second sip usually dulls that bit down. It is bitter. It's bitter.
Yeah. I definitely get some of the treacle, but it's the aftertaste. You get like... It's like the bitterness of the rum and the bitterness of the treacle.
Yeah.
Right at the start.
Yeah, it's like bonfire treacle. We're not talking like golden syrupy type treacle.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
Proper.
dark.
Yeah.
Dark treacly taste.
I don't know.
I think...
It's not bad, but
it's not my favourite.
No.
It's not one of my favourites. I think a little bit more of the fudge in there would have made it a bit... Would have balanced it a bit better.
Yeah.
Don't really get much of the smokiness once you drink it either.
No. I think, again, most of this is masked by the bitterness.
Yeah.
Like, I'll get a little bit of smokiness.
Lengthy finish is right, though. That taste stays in your mouth. Even now, it's still...
Yeah, I'm still like...
Treacle, that treacle bitterness. I guess if you like bitter stuff, if you want a fan of that, that's a good rum for you. If a lot of rums end up to be a bit too spicy or a bit too sweet for you, then the Crossbones Premium Dark Rum, if you like your bitter stuff, you'll probably love this.
It's definitely got like an interesting taste.
It would definitely mix well with a sweet mixer.
Yeah.
You know, a bit like a ginger ale or something with lime as well. It'd go probably quite well.
Yeah, I think that it's all right. It's just different. It's not as... I don't know. I do have a sweet tooth. I do like some of the sweeter things, so maybe that's my bias.
It's very smooth. Does not burn your throat one little bit at all.
It's very easy to drink.
Very easy to drink. Definitely want that over ice.
Yeah.
You definitely want that over ice.
Yeah, God, that would be very harsh.
That would be harsh without, yeah.
I need a drink this week, mate. I need a drink. I was saying earlier, like, this week, I feel like I've had I've got so much going on.
Why are we both looking so fucking tired, mate?
I am tired.
Neither of us are trained all week. Let's just get that out. Neither of us are trained. I've trained once this week, and it was in my garden where I dragged my entire shit into the sunshine outside.
Yeah, I saw
because I was fed up. I was so fed up of not training.
Yeah.
But then I had so much just on my plate to get arranged and get edited and deal with, and I had stuff come up that I didn't anticipate having to start now, and there's some things I forgot about that I needed to get done. Blah, it's all built up, and by the end of it, it was just I was sleeping like shit. And so I was waking up knackered.
Yeah.
And it was taking me so long to get into my day, as in, like, into the edits and into just filming or planning and stuff. By the time I got stuff done, it was 7, 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And the last thing I could feel like doing was driving to the gym. And then, but lazily, I just didn't even pick up the dumbbells in the house.
Yeah.
And I should have. But I don't know. Sometimes you got to be like, maybe I needed a couple of weeks off.
Yeah, sometimes, it's more the mental break than the physical break, isn't it? But I think that's what it was for me as well, because I haven't trained all week, which is,
That's very unlike you.
Yeah. Well, I haven't missed a single session for, like, literally since the beginning of the year. I've been in, like, 5 days a week.
I know I slept on my shoulder and hurt it before the Harley days, the Harley ride. And I deliberately didn't train for 3 days prior to that to make sure my shoulder was not going to give up on me, because we were ragging those 250-kilogram bikes around the freaking back end of the mountains in Wales.
Yeah.
And I had to save that thing a couple of times when we were taking it over the mountain bike trails.
Yeah.
Like, I had to literally hoist it back up. Yeah, it was like I tweaked my knee a little bit on one. It nearly went down hard, yeah. Because I was dragging the fucker around.
Yeah.
When it's not mine, I don't give a shit. Like, and I was with a guy who was like a Dakar, desert race fucking champion. And he's just like, we'll just pin it around that corner, give it a go. He didn't care if you binned it either.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, that's what they're designed for.
Yeah.
Have a go. So I did, but then obviously you still have that care of not wanting to drop it.
Yeah.
So when I did go to drop it, I saved it every time. No, I didn't drop it.
Yeah.
Saved it every time, but at my own detriment.
Yeah.
Like, yanking that fucker up. And so I got back. Obviously, I've got the fat bob with Harley from working with Harley now. I've been loving being out on that. And I went on a proper jaunts because the sunshine was out. I was like, I wasn't aware it was going to be 2 weeks of sunshine.
Yeah.
It's normally 3 days and it's bizarre.
Yeah,
so I was like,
gone.
right, work's done this day. I mean, all work done today, tomorrow, and I'm out all day tomorrow. And I did, and I rode that motherfucker. We rode like, I went and, I didn't tell you, we went and met up with a couple of guys. So on the Harley trip, I met a guy there who just got chatting, and then we just went out for rides together. I met him, his
I think I saw
mates.
on your story you were like you got all the bikes lined up.
All of us riding. We had Triumphs, there was Harleys, there was old Diners, there was my mate on his CBR 600, which was hilarious because when he was leading, because he had his all wired up so that he could see his sat nav and we could go where we were going. So it basically looked like this sports bike was being chased by a group of Harleys, like he'd done something wrong and we were after him. And then it was great. We rode all the way. We rode all the way through the B roads and Wigglies, all the way to where did we go down to? Towards, I want to say, Leicester way. Rode that. We did over 200 odd miles in one day on Harleys. When some of these boys had like 100-mile tanks on them, like peanut tanks. So we were riding on, like we were doing it where you do the boys have got 10 miles in the tank. We need to do it. We're going to have to find somewhere soon. And then later in the day, 2 more boys turned up. I met loads of sick people. So there's all these guys. So the guy I met from the Harley ride, he was just a normal dude. He wasn't influenced or nothing. He just knew one of the guys who was with Harley. So he managed to just get a space just to be at the day, join in. And so that's how I met him there. He's just a really sound guy, really easy. Shout out to Ori is his name, which you can't forget because I thought you said Oreo to start with. I was like, man, your fans love biscuits. and then he was like, oh, I think I'm up in Shrewsbury, riding next week. I was like, oh, give me a shout, 100%. Those boys are riding for 3 days. 3 days doing that for. I had to say no on the end of the day because I knew if I stayed with them, I would just want to ride and I had work to do. So I adulted and came home. And I'd like to point out, not only did I adult and come home, I adulted and came home from being given the option to sit around a campfire, drinking whiskey, and then going to sleep in a tent in the woods.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That was painful to walk away from. Adulted. But so I went out riding all day and the next day woke up shoulder fucked. Again, proper. But worth it.
Yeah, you gotta do these things.
But it just is like one of those. It's like, okay, well, guess we're resting it for another few days. Yeah. Whereas really, what I should have done was gone and done legs.
Yeah, it's easy done, isn't it? That's the thing. When your motivation's feeling that way, but yeah, it's weird. Like this week, I haven't had a week like this all year. This is the first one where I've properly fell off the wagon with a lot of things because I've got so much going on, and sometimes it's almost. I don't know if you ever feel like when you've got that much going on, sometimes you actually feel you're least productive. Yeah,
because you're trying to do so many things.
Yeah, and you're just jumping from thing to thing.
But I have been cracking on with stuff, and I feel like I need to. My problem is it's like one focus. It's like if I've got so much work to do, I have to put my focus into that. Yeah. And if that takes up all my day and I can't get to the gym, then it's tough shit. Yeah. Because that work has to be done. And it has to be done to clear way so that you can go and do the gym and the filming and all that later. Yeah. Otherwise, the whole thing just falls.
Yeah, of course.
So sometimes you have to take these short breaks for long-term gain. Yeah. It's one of those. And also, I think we said it the other week, we need to start training in the morning.
Yeah, that's literally
you can work into the night, can't you? And then go straight to bed from your laptop or whatever you're doing. Yeah. What you can't do is work late into the night and then have to get up, prep your shit, get in the car, drive, get to the gym, do your session, then drive home, then get back, decompress, and try and sleep.
Yeah, because then it's
why do you think that's ever going to work? There's 9 steps there between stopping on your laptop and then getting back into bed. 9 steps. Yeah. One of them is a fucking entire workout. Yeah. Like it's just not going to work unless that's your only possibility. Yeah. Then you make it work.
Yeah, exactly. I think,
but it's not. We can go in the morning. We should.
Yeah, that's pretty much through the whole of lockdown. I was training first thing in the morning.
Yeah, you were killing it early doors.
Everything. That's the thing is, since I've moved house, so this is it. Everything is situational. I've fucking talked about the book Atomic Habits multiple times. Yeah. And a big part of habits is triggers. Why you have these triggers to do the habits. Because I've moved house, all of my triggers that I had in place are now not there. All of these things that were built into my routine have now changed, and that's not. It's not an excuse. It's more just I need to now be proactive at either building in new triggers or kind of trying to get those old triggers back. Yeah. Stuff like not taking any of my supplements. I haven't taken any of my supplements since I've moved into the house because
and you had a freaking buttload. Yeah, I huge pill box.
Yeah, exactly. I got loads because I went from literally I haven't taken supplements in years, and then at the beginning of the year I was like, fuck it. If a couple of these supplements will give me 0.5% improvement here, a 0.25% there.
Yeah.
I was like, if I try all of these, then what's the harm? As long as I'm not taking anything that's like going to negatively impact me. Everything was like recommended doses and whatever else.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was taking a shitload of stuff. At some point, I'll list it all out if I can remember it.
I've kept it up.
Yeah,
I've kept that up.
You've done really well so far.
Yeah, because the protocol thing that you gave me to do requires you to load it and do all that to start with.
Yeah.
I've been really on it because I was like, if you miss it, you're fucking up the load period and it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So I've really stuck to that, and the time I take it in a day has not been regular.
Yeah.
But I get it in every day.
Yeah.
And then I think I put it up on Instagram as well. Like, I made the choice to go and ride my bike knowing it would fuck my shoulder up. I made a choice to willingly suspect I wouldn't be able to train for a few days afterwards after going out riding, but I made the life choice of going, well, what's going to make you happier this week? And it was 100% going out on the bike. Like,
it was your post today, right? On what?
Yeah, my post today was I did in that. I was put be rich in experiences and memories.
Yeah,
because that's what'll make you feel alive.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
It's true, and it is true, and I feel fucking amazing after being out on a ride. Rode all the way to, so I did all that riding, then rode again all the way to Lake Virumia, went all the way around that, did all the Welsh Mountains again on the Fat Bob. Got some awesome, went onto the lake, got a kayak, canoed out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, an hour and a bit, dude. Hard.
Yeah,
hard work. I was like flying on the way there, not thinking, hey Lex, why do you think you're moving so fast?
Yeah.
I was like, because I'm a stud. And then nature was like, no, it's called a current, dickhead. Guess what? You're going to have to go back against to get back to where you started.
Nice.
It took me 20 minutes to move about 40 meters at one point.
Yeah.
It was like, there were eddies as well all the way through the lake.
Yeah.
So at some points, the canoe would just suddenly start spinning.
Oh, really?
And no matter what you did, it was just like, nope, you're 360 in it.
Yeah.
And this one guy was out with his kids.
Yeah.
Because you could go down one way of the lake and then cut across relatively okay, like you would move with it quite well. But the moment you had to come back on yourself on the left-hand side, it wanted to push you into the shoreline.
Yeah.
The whole way the tide must have just been going, like, it must have been angling at an angle across the lake. Rather than going straight down, it was going acrosswards. So whenever you were going down or across, you would move swiftly. Because you would be drifting when you're going across, you just wouldn't notice. Well, coming back up, I was like powering through. Luckily, like, I'm an Adonis.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
fucking unit.
Yeah, fucking massive, mate. And I was just egoing it as well.
Aquaman,
Once my left arm broke, I was like, fucking switch sides like a boss.
Yeah.
And then right arm going. But this poor bloke who had 3 kids in this
just throwing them overboard.
He was just slowly drifting towards this, this like shoreline. He's in the back paddling for dear life, trying to stop this thing spinning. He's like 8-year-old at the front who's just slapping the water with the paddle, and he's going, to the right, Ryan, to the right. And he's like, I am, Dad, I am. And the son in the middle's like, I'm useless, there's only 2 oars. And he's like, you are useless, you're my least favourite son. Now put your head in the water and shout gooly gooly and put me out a fish. And then, so they're paddling, and he just wasn't. I got all the way back up, halfway back up, looked back, he hadn't moved. He was still paddling. He was just drifting left. And I managed to got all the way back in, and I got to the bloke, and I said, dude, I think you're going to have to go and help. There's a guy out there with two kids in the canoe with him. I said, yeah, he's fully stuck. Like, he hasn't moved in like just half an hour. And he was like, and so they got in their little they have the motorboat, and he went out and like towed him back in from it. Lad. So not only was I an Adonis and got all the way back, hero. I was also a hero. Yeah. Nobody clapped me on nothing. Yeah. I was like, bruh. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I was like,
I'll do it now.
Just saved the day.
Belated clap.
Saved the day. Although the guy did let me go on the kayak. It was a kayak? Canoe. No, it was a canoe. It was an open top canoe. Kayaks are the single things, aren't they? I don't know. Open top canoe. It was supposed to be 20 quid to go out for the hour, but I only had 15 real monies on me. And the card machine wasn't working, so he let me have it for last year's prices.
Good guy.
I was like, good man.
Yeah.
But then he didn't have a great memory, because when I came back in, he tried to sell me a charity thing, like a raffle ticket for charity thing, whereas you could also win. What was it you could win? Oh, a stay at the spa hotel with like loads of luxury treatments and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, do you want one? I was like, you remember how when I came in, I only had a certain amount of real monies? He was like, oh, yeah.
Yes, that's you.
I remember you now.
I think that's what I need to do at the end.
I think he was trying to see if I was scamming him.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah. It's just like, oh, do you want this?
Yeah.
And then, it's like £5.
Lovely.
And then he takes the
He was
£5 and he's
hilarious
just
as well.
like, I'm not entering you. That's the full price.
Yeah. He was funny, though, because halfway through when I was rowing down the lake, he went beaming past on the motorboat.
Yeah.
And just like, as he went past, and I'm like, giving it all I can for my 5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Or like 0.5 knots.
Yeah.
Whatever. He went past, he just looked at me silently and just went, nod. And beamed off. Just like, you might have muscles. I've got a freaking motorboat.
Yeah. I need to do some more fun stuff. I think that's it. Like, I've been pushing real hard.
At work? Or just
Well,
generally just
everything, mate.
the whole
Like, I'm not fucking doing a boo-hoo woe is me at all. But
you know what we need to do?
Working a lot.
You know what we need to do?
What?
Commit to training once a week together.
Yeah.
For starters.
Yeah.
That'd be one thing to do. And then once a month, plan a boys' event that neither of us can make an excuse to not do.
Yeah. That sounds
Something
like a plan.
good.
Yeah.
Like going to the lake and
Camping or
camping, doing shit, yeah.
No, I definitely...
Once a month, that's once in a 30-day, well, probably 30.6 days period over the year.
We could sync one of them in with the podcast day, couldn't we? Right?
Yeah.
We could, like, do the podcast earlier in the day and then...
head.
Yeah.
You could ride bitch.
Yeah.
You could be my backpack on the bike.
Let my luscious locks
Yeah.
flowing out my helmet.
You'd have to get a helmet, though, because your head is a normal human-sized adult.
Have you got a little bean head?
Dude, my head's a peanut. It's literally.
Is it all-
look at the shape.
is it all
Look at my
beard?
head closely, right? Watch. Top comes out, and then here in the middle above here, so it goes in,
Yeah.
and then look back out here, like a fucking peanut.
I never really...
Size small in most helmets, mate.
Really?
Extra small in some of them if they're round fitting, because they don't touch me on the sides. So here it's real loose.
No, you said it. I can't not see it.
Yeah,
Got a peanut head.
peanut head.
Yeah. I think my head's slightly large as well. I don't think, like...
Yeah, you got a bulbous head.
Yeah. I don't
can
want to
see
go as far
it.
as saying
I can
it's
see it.
bulbous.
I can see how thick it is from the
I was
front to the
saying
back.
bulbous is a bit extreme.
Giant light bulb head.
I think it's a generous sized head. I think that's probably a better way of putting it.
Whatever.
It's a generous head opposed to
Like one of those things you put on a dashboard in the car.
Yeah, mate. I'll have to. To be fair, I need, like I said, I need to do some fun stuff because, like, I had a barbecue the other day.
It's just a reprieve.
but that's
It's a mental reprieve.
That's like the only thing. I was saying, like, I can't even remember last time I went out and did something more than like.
Do you know there's an archery
What?
place just down the road?
No.
We could do that one week.
Yeah.
They've got archery there, and you can shoot BB guns. And they were building, whilst I was just there, a dark room, like a full unit, dark, like blacked out, and they were converting guns into ball bearing guns, but they were fire tracer ball bearings.
Oh shit.
But I don't know if COVID fucked that for them, but that was their plan, and that sounds sick.
Yeah, that's
I
amazing.
might give them a tinkle, and we could do that.
Yeah.
Definitely do the archery, because that's really fun.
Yeah. No. I haven't done archery in years, but we'll have a crack at that.
We can do that.
Yeah. All right. After we finish the podcast, we'll have a look. Yeah. And
Give us all some suggestions in the comments of cool stuff you've done with the boys. There's something that's like doesn't take months of planning.
Have you seen those like zombie things where there's like basically like a fake zombie outbreak?
Airsoft stuff.
No. Well, I've seen some that are like airsoft ones, but there's ones where you've literally got to escape. So you're just like running from zombies.
I genuinely think though I might punch someone.
Yeah, I think that I do think that that's all part of it. They're like they're okay.
Like, definitely not okay.
Like they're okay with like there's an element of risk to it. Like they potentially can
Just
get hurt.
imagine one coming at you and you just jab it in the face. Like I had to walk round. I went to the Halloween one at Alton Towers.
Yeah.
And there's the scare things, aren't there, where they put it on, you walk around and they all come out and go, "Hurrah!" at you.
Yeah.
And I all the way round had to keep my hands behind my back.
Yeah.
I was just like, no,
Yeah. Don't punch it. No.
don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the trouble, I suppose. But like they've got to know what they're getting in for with that. Like there's
Now, how many of them get hit per day?
it probably is less than you'd think.
Yeah.
Like,
I bet some of them get. Do you reckon one's ever been bitten?
yeah, I bet they've had all kinds, but like at the end of the day, you like what's that role? Professional masked scarer. Like I think you're probably not going to be earning a lot of money. You're probably on minimum wage.
Yeah.
So the people that are doing that job, they're doing it for the pleasure.
Yeah.
They're doing it because they like to shit people up.
Yeah, they must do. They must get some kind of little buzz.
Yeah.
When they get a good one.
Yeah.
You know, they get out and they get someone like, yeah.
Yeah. Like somebody just has a full-on panic attack and fucking...
My goal would be to make someone pee.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. They are quite clever. The one I did, it ended with a giant devil.
Yeah.
And he would like appear at the end, but it was all lighting, so he would be a silhouette when you first saw him.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he'd disappear because it'd go pitch black again. And then he would quickly run to this wall. And when you walk past it, he would just come out from the side at you, like, whoa, as you left the exit.
Yeah.
I was like, that was good.
There was one
got me.
There was one I saw, and it was this... It was like this executioner, you know, like the executioner with the hood on and the axe. And he was like... There was loads of... It was... I can't remember if it was Warwick Castle. No, I don't remember where it was, but basically... there was loads of scenes of like people getting executed as you were going throughout, and the reoccurring theme was like the executioner, but they were all like animatronics or just like static. But then the last one was a real guy.
You were used to it being animatronic.
because you'd seen it over and over again as animatronic, and then he fucking went for everyone. Yeah. No, and that was really good because like you saw it and then didn't think anything of it because he just stands there at first pretending.
But then that fear and that thing is what makes you feel alive.
Yeah.
And this is the thing about going out. That's what I mean. We should go out and do something, because it's when you go and do something that's when you feel most alive.
Yeah.
When you're actively doing something out of your comfort zone. Not even out of your comfort zone, just out of your normal zone.
Yeah. 100% for archery.
Today was the first day I woke up and felt awake.
Yeah.
The last 3 days, I've woke up and felt like a zombie. So I don't know what was going on. Maybe I was just burnt out. Mentally burnt out, physically a bit damaged. I think sometimes you just need that reprieve. And I think to try and drive through and just ignore it, you just compound the problem. But then don't take more than a week off the physical shit.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want to go to the gym, go do some other stuff that you really enjoy. Like riding a bike. When I wake up in the morning after riding a bike all day, I look fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm shredded and I get off that, I'm jacked.
Yeah, you've got a pump.
Yeah, but the reason I think is because when I'm riding, because I have postural issues, when I ride, I'm constantly forcing my body to sit in the correct position for long periods of time. So it's making all my muscles work in a way they don't like to sit. So I'm trying to sit with my shoulders back. I'm always pulling my lower abs in. I'm activating my glutes whilst riding a fucking 200 kilogram bike.
Yeah.
You know, which I'm also doing and pushing through and using my body weight to move it around.
Yeah.
And then obviously we're getting off and we're usually walking through towns upon towns from, we're quite active all the way through.
Yeah.
I look fucking... So I never feel like... It's not like I've been sat on the sofa doing nothing. I always wake up and I'm like, oh, damn. That we did something yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's a different kind, and it's definitely not creating muscle or anything like that, but it's definite activity and it's definitely making the body work.
Yeah.
So if maybe you don't want to go to the gym, go do some hikes, go do some other shit that gets you out and about, and take that break, and then maybe go back with a refreshed feeling. Once you get up in that morning, that one morning when you think, oh fuck, I'm awake.
Yeah, I'm making the change now.
Then go back.
Yeah. No, I think I feel like because we speak about this kind of topic and how to help people, and I think this is a really good thing to highlight. Like, I've read a fucking million and one self-help books, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, that'll give you a load of hints and tips on how to do these things and how to deal with them.
I think we should end the podcast on that subject because we've got 23 minutes left if we go to the 90-minute mark. But I think if we go over it, we go fucking over it.
Yeah, we go over it.
Because I got big memory cards in the camera now. The reason we stopped at 90 minutes before is because that would fill up a 64 gig memory card. Yeah. We can go a little bit over. And I think that is one thing, because even now, weeks and weeks later, so I've created the whole make your own energy. We know about this. People are really getting on with it. I love it. I get these messages every day, people just randomly dancing through the living room, or somebody's like driving with a good playlist on. My mate sent me a freaking video today of him skipping through his own workshop. I was just like, there's a really cool little vibe that's going on. But the amount of messages I still get alongside this is like, I've been in a really bad place, and they all start with this. And I'm not talking about one or two. I'm talking about overall probably had hundreds over the last 6 months.
Yeah.
And they've all said was in a really dark place. And then they started putting some of the things that I do just innocuously during the day that I've started doing to try and make myself just be more proactive or feel better. They've started doing them, and it's pulled them from a darker place. Like, I wasn't in a dark place. I was just in a low motivation place.
Yeah.
So these things have a power no matter where you are.
Yeah.
And I think one of them is definitely the outside.
Yeah.
Like being outside, like these fucking four walls. Yeah. If you sit inside your own house, inside the four walls every day, it's like being in a prison eventually.
Yeah.
You get stale, everything feels enclosed, everything's the same. You sit in the same spot, you do the same thing, same routine. Even change where you sit to do your work makes a difference.
Yeah.
Change the chair you sit in.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Little things like that do make a big difference.
Makes a difference. But one of the big things, and you can carry on after me with some other more useful stuff that's got actual basis in science or psychology. Yeah. Put your fucking feet on the earth.
Yeah.
I've been whittering on about this for a while now, but more and more people started to message me. And I had a guy message me today. I can't remember who you were, but if you listen to this, well done, sir. He said, I've been feeling really shit. Literally been put on antidepressants recently. And he said, today, after not just watching you do it for weeks and weeks, I went outside, sat, took my shoes off, put my feet on the grass and had a coffee. He said, after 15 minutes, I felt fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I felt really good. Because, whatever, listen, we're supposed to be connected to the earth. We wear rubber soles every day. We're definitely not connected as we should be. So 100% there's a benefit there that we are. We have electrical impulses that go around our body and they channel into the earth when we touch through non-rubber soles. Because, grab an electric fence with rubber soles, not getting electrocuted.
Yeah.
Which we did as kids.
Yeah.
And then if you grabbed it and you're in hiking boots, like I remember this tangent. One of my mates was it was daring each other to grab the electric fences, and so we were all grabbing it, and then we had hiking boots on, so it was just pulsing through our arm, wasn't going anywhere. My mate for some reason was wearing something that was grounded, grabbed it, and it like made him kick his whole body. Yeah. He thought one of the other lads had booted him up the arse. He just turned around and went, "Who kicked me?" Like, you idiot, that's the fence. Because we were all just holding it. He didn't understand. But this is the mad bit. Because we were like, well, this isn't going to electrocute us. And then one of the boys went, oh, we just need to touch the floor. Well, electricity, where does it go? From A to B, shortest route.
Yeah.
Where's the shortest route when you're holding the fence with one hand and then touching the ground with your finger on the other hand?
Well, straight through. Yeah.
Straight through your heart. Yeah. So all three of us went, oh, touch the floor with our finger.
Yeah.
Not doing that again.
Yeah.
And we were all like, oh, that was weird. Just had a minor angina. Yeah. Defibrillated ourselves on his fence.
God no.
But yeah, so if I sit outside, put my feet on the earth, whether it's that mindfulness of having your feet on grass or whatever, and it just makes you think, oh, I'm outside, this is nice. Yeah. What a new sensation. It's the new seat thing again. But now you're outside. Fresh air, fresh oxygen, outside of that smell of your home, that smell of stuck, demotivated, low energy. It's a different sensation. You're out in the atmosphere. Yeah. Honest to God, even if you don't want to sit and put your feet on the grass, go for a fucking walk. Yeah. I will put every penny in my bank account on the fact that after 15 or 20 minutes, you will feel better than the previous 15 to 20 minutes when you were sat inside.
Yeah, no, I would agree.
It's a very little thing that you can do for nothing that you can do every day that will make you feel better. You just take away the whole hippy-dippy part of it where you think, fucking tree-hugging nonsense. No, it's real. It will make you feel better. And plus the tree-hugging thing I found out is actually a real thing too. The reason tree-hugging was... because trees are one of the most connected things that we can be around. I mean, they're literally rooted into the earth, and they have. There has been a lot of talk about the fact that being connected and being around trees helps ground you even further, helps you feel more connected to the earth, and it's supposed to benefit you. Like, if that's why we have plants around the house, they're supposed to benefit us in how the ions and everything they release or whatever's going on, and so tree hugging came from people saying, if you sit touching a tree for a while and grounding, it will help you feel better, just like being around a waterfall with the positive ions and all that can help you feel more elated. And so the tree hugging thing was obviously, if you were to hold a tree, you'd feel better, and then it got exacerbated. But that's where that came from. It came from a solid foundation of it's good to be around the trees and be outside and be in connection with these things.
I always feel when, I used to go camping a lot as a kid.
We all used to, man.
I fucking love camping. I haven't
Does it even happen as much anymore?
So I went glamping the last few times, and it's very similar. It's
is that in a cabin-y thing?
No. So there are glamping things which are in a cabin, but it was in a yurt.
What's that?
It's like a wigwam kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it has a log burner in there.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
But it's still just a fabric.
Yeah, it's Game of Thrones.
Yeah. It's literally one of those little huts. You've got a proper bed.
Yeah.
It was on a bit of decking. To just raise it up off the floor. But
you get them at weddings, those. Yeah. They set them off weddings and stuff. It was
brilliant. There's a place called, I think it was called Yuli's. No, hold on, no, not Yuli's Farm. Henfrin Farm. I'm thinking of a different. Henfrin Farm. It's just been bought by somebody else, but we've been there twice. And you just
Is it communal showers? But do you get a bath?
There's
some of them where you get a ute and then there's like an outdoor bath you can sit in.
Right.
Dude, I can't think of anything better. That'd be sick.
No, I've seen some that are really cool. This was just really basic. Like I think they had like it was a converted like horse cart or something like that they made into like 2 showers.
Yeah,
stuff like that. And it was
that's
like,
what I tell you. So the lads I met on other than the motorbike trip, that was all the stuff I started. The point of me making that story, which I never got to, was by connecting with those people, I met a tattooist, a metal fabricator, a blacksmith, and a guy who refurbishes like alloy wheels and stuff in a car.
Yeah.
All stuff that benefits my life.
Yeah.
Everything for a fucking reason.
Networking?
No, not even networking. Life working.
Yeah.
Everything for a reason. Tattoo artist who tattoos in the style I love.
Yeah.
A blacksmith who I wanted to create some unique stuff for in the home to like start making this place like feel a certain way, and also just I love it blacksmithing. He's a legit like no fucks given blacksmith as well. He's like missing a tooth. He doesn't give a fuck. He's just like, you know, one of those blokes who's just like just doesn't. Like, we were talking around the table and we were talking about mushrooms, and somebody was like, "Oh, I've got some mushrooms on me." You know, if everyone wants to try them, and everyone was like, "Well, I don't trust the mushrooms." Like, even I'm a bit like, because I've never done mushrooms.
Yeah. Did I tell you? Have I told you my mushroom story?
No, we should do that next time. But after everyone else tied it down, Blacksmith just popped up and went, "I'll buy them all off you." Like the whole bike. He was just like, "Yeah, definitely." He's one of those guys. He's like, no boundary, no fucks.
Give it no shit.
Guy who refurbished alloy wheels. Well, the BMW needs all its wheels redoing. So I can sell it.
Yeah.
So amazing. So a tattooist, the refurb of the alloy wheels, a blacksmith guy for doing some cool stuff, and then the fabricator, who's also the guy who's alloy wheels, can make attachments for motorbikes. Well, I've got that jerry can that's been converted into holding. So I've got this really cool. It's an old. Are they 20? How many litres are they?
I don't say it's probably 20 litres.
Are they bigger or are they a bit smaller? The jerry cans that you have that used to be on like Land Rovers and stuff, old school ones like World War II style jerry cans. That hold fuel. I've had one that's been converted, and it's been cut up, so there's a door you open on the front of it. So it looks like a full-on jerry can, all the proper attachments, but there's a lock and a key on the front. Put the key in, the whole front opens up, and inside it holds 3 cigars, what would you call it? Thing for your cigarettes. What do you call them? Thing that holds cigarettes. A cigarette holder thing.
It's a case, a cigarette
like
case?
A cigarette case, but it's got a weed sign on it, so it's to hold all your joints. So 3 cigars, a joint holder, a bottle opener, a space for, it's got 2 glasses in it, and then a space for a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
And what I want to do is mount this on the side of the BMW, and then have that on one side of the BMW. On the other side, have one pannier that I can just put some like change of clothes in, and then mount a tent on the back and just fuck off.
Yeah.
And just, go create a fire pit somewhere, sit, tent up, get the jerry can out, whiskies, get the glasses, cigars, and then do that.
Me want a cigar, actually.
Yeah, and so this guy can fabricate a holder for me to bolt onto the side of the BMW.
That's cool, man.
Which he'd done on the side of his Ducati Scrambler.
Yeah.
I was like, "Did you make that?" He was like, "Yeah, I just knocked it up because he had a fuel can on the side."
Yeah.
I was like, "I need one."
Yeah, that's sick.
So all these people I met on this day, for just through taking the opportunity of going out with this guy who I'd only met once, but we just clicked, and taking the opportunity of having that connection, motorbikes, ride, come along. Fucking instead of going, I've got work to do. No, took that time, went and did it, look at all the benefit, and now I'm going down. All these boys work in one yard.
Yeah.
So I'm going down to the yard and see what each one of them does, and going do the whole thing.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
get tattooed as well.
Yes, mate. We still need to sort that as well. We're getting the tattoo.
I spoke to Rob about doing it. Yeah, so
tattoo.
my mate Rob, who owns the branding iron up in Skipton, we're going to try and do it. We just have to make sure that it's not going to affect them in any way in terms of their, standing with health and safety and stuff.
Yeah. Could he come and be a guest?
Yeah, well, the idea is having him on the podcast talking and tattooing.
Yeah. Could he come here and do it? Would that affect him, or would we have to go to him?
I'll find out of him.
Surely you could just bring.
So we could do it in the shop if need be.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool.
Just out of hours at the shop, like once
No,
they
you
close.
could do it in hours. It doesn't make a difference. It's all about the hygiene. It's all about where they're doing it and how it's cleansed.
I'm just thinking in terms of like interrupting with customers and stuff like that.
But he won't care.
Yeah.
He'll do it however he's killing it.
Yeah, fair enough. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, he's getting good too.
Anyway, one of the things I was saying before, in terms of like all this fucking shit that I've been talking about, or we've both been talking about, in terms of like,
you were on about your
book.
tenty thing.
Oh, Oh yeah, I was talking about.
You finished that before we.
Yeah, okay.
Before I
Finished.
rudely interrupted.
That was pretty much it, basically. The yurt story, like.
Oh, it's just a cool experience. That you
Yeah, and
recommend.
I used to go camping a lot, and I really enjoy it. And there's something like, especially somewhere where I have no phone signal, because
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
like I'm sure it's similar for
It's
you.
like that in Wales. Right?
Having a business or having obviously being a social media influencer or whatever you want to call it, your phone's fucking going off constantly, and it's just nice to have that break.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it really is.
just getting out and literally like I'll just sit and do nothing, just stare at a fire with like a drink for hours at a time, and it's so nice just to detach and be able to do that again.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think we're going to light the fire pit after this.
Yeah,
Let's get that going.
I need to get out. I'm gonna try and organise going camping, even if I just go on my own.
It's probably be busy as you get stuck in these circular routines, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Same place, same time, same things, trying to get stuff done. And you do have to actively put into your timetable time out.
Yeah, I think as well, like, because trying to play catch up from lockdown, because our business was closed for the best part of a year,
Yeah.
and I was like, I felt the pressure to like push hard now because
We all have, yeah.
yeah,
But
I'm like,
you have.
Yeah.
You've killed it.
yeah. Well, this like May just gone. That's our best month we've ever had, like since opening,
Which is
by a
great
long
to
shot.
hear.
Like and it's not just that. Like in theory, I should be super happy like this week because like business has done by far the best month it's ever had. We're taking on a new coach this month. We're hiring a new member of staff. Or well, we're in the process of still looking. We're going to be interviewing next week. Like there's a load of stuff that's going on that's great. Like I've managed to kind of everything with my grandparents is sorted out. Like if you know they were in a car accident, but they're doing good. Their new car's arriving tomorrow. I've everything sorted. All of the kind of work that I had to do around the crash and the insurance and the medical care and whatnot. That's all done and dusted, and they're happy. They're very happy now. Actually, they're super excited to get the new car. And like moved into the new house. So on paper, everything should be sound. It's weird though, like that. Sometimes the things that you think are going to make you happy aren't necessarily it, and sometimes it's actually it's like the process. Yeah. Like I actually enjoy the chase, and now I've like ticked a load of boxes. Maybe that's part of the reason I'm partially maybe burnt out, but also got to sit down and reassess and make some new goals because I've hit a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's not a bad problem to have, is it? But
no, very good.
Yeah, it's. Like I was saying, all these books that I listen to, or audiobooks I listen to, or books that I read, there's knowing the facts and then practically applying them. Like I consider myself to be mentally fairly tough. I'll weather a lot where other people might not persevere, and I proactively try to like educate myself on things. But even with that being said, I'm not trying to be big-headed, but that's how I look at myself. But even with that, I'll still have shitty days. And even
try
though
not to be big-headed, but we can all see it.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Bulbous head.
My head is huge compared to Lexi's peanut.
Peanut head.
But even knowing all the facts and knowing what to do, and even being able to like fucking whether I am preaching to you guys about try this and try that, I still don't do it all the time. I still fuck up. I still have shitty weeks.
That's it. I think most people think that you listen to something about somebody else telling you this is how they did something and became successful at whatever it is, and you think, right, I need to implement that, and then you assume they implemented it and stuck with it 24/7.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
No, not at all.
It's a constant reassessment and a constant restart.
Yeah.
Just to keep it going. It's just you hope you get more wins than you do losses. That's the goal.
Yeah. I think that's always it, isn't it? There's never nothing's a constant. Everything has ebbs and flows. Everything goes up and down.
100%.
And yeah, you just gotta
ride the good flow. Like when you feel you're in that groove, just go with it. You know, and when you're knocked out of it, try and see why.
Yeah.
And then just get back on that horse.
I could blame all of this on the fact that I've also put myself in a calorie deficit.
Well, that is. You've changed from having that really said goal orientated, surplus of getting stronger.
Yeah.
So you had that actual in front of you weight that was changing and moving.
Yeah.
Now your goal is this weighing scale and a look in a mirror.
Yeah.
It's a very different objective.
Yeah, it's super
it's a
hard for me
slow
to
objective as well. Like
it doesn't interest me. Like
that's what you were saying. It doesn't
like,
interest you.
I don't care about being lean. Like I like to feel good, be strong, and just still be I don't know, agile. I don't want to become a fucking lump.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm a skinny guy. It's really hard for me to put on any kind of size. I have to consciously eat a lot. So yeah, then switching focus from eating all of the food and training hard, trying to get as strong as I possibly could, to now understanding that I'm not really going to get much stronger. I'm going to probably have to shift a lot of my focuses to kind of, focusing on how I look, just enjoying the sessions, having a bit more focus on the the pump essentially. Like, and I've got myself some strength goals, but already just from how it's gone, I've already felt like, oh, maybe I've overshot there, because like initially I was like, so I've got this, one of my bench press goals, because when you lose weight, focusing on maximal load like 1 RMs is a little bit more challenging than having higher rep goals, just because generally your fitness can be a little bit higher, so then the kind of the higher rep ranges would lean towards you a little bit more, and also having less cushioning around your joints, which is very beneficial.
When you start dropping weight, you actually lose fluid around your joints, so it gets grindier to shift those heavy weights. You've got less cushion for the pushing.
Literally that. So like I had a goal of benching 100 kilos for 20 reps, and like now, that's a lot, and I know that's a lot, and that was a push for me. But at the start, I was like, I reckon I've got that in me. Like, I think that once I've adapted to some high rep stuff, but after I've missed a whole week of training.
See, for me, when I say something like that, I am so adapted to burning myself out by a max of 12 reps. Mm-hmm. That's what I do. Like, I'm so in tune with the time under tension, like kind of, and the mind to muscle connection. I'm so used to actively burning myself out by that rep range that I can do it with a light weight as much as I can a heavy weight. So I find with the heavy weights, anything after 6 to 8 reps, I'm fucked.
Yeah, I think
because I put so much effort in those first few reps.
That is it as well. So like, I think there's two different schools of thought, and they both work with training. But they're both very different mechanisms. So you can get a lot out of a little weight by how you move that weight, the cadence of it, tempo, and whatever else, and like very much focusing on. Yeah,
because if you want to get 20 reps at 100, you're not going to do contractual reps.
Yeah, I think that there's a big difference there in terms of people that are training for aesthetics and people that are training for performance, and it's how they actually look at the movement. So when somebody is performing I'm just going to use a bench press just because it's super simple. Everyone knows what it is. So some people will be performing at a bench press, and the goal is to, to grow their pecs and their triceps and maybe their shoulders to a certain extent. And they're trying
reps are essentially irrelevant at that point, other than being 6 to 10.
Yeah, that you're trying to feel it. Yeah. But then there's somebody who's trying to bench press to focus on benching as much weight as possible for the performance benefit.
Power and explosiveness.
Yeah, so you're thinking about training as movements, opposed to other people that think about training as working muscles.
Yeah, it's a very different thing.
Yeah, and they both have a very similar outcome in terms of you'll get more muscular and strong, but how the mental cues that go on in your head are completely different, and how.
Even the setups for the movement are hugely
everything's different.
Like, you would never bench press like you're going to press for a competition.
Yeah.
That's just no way. That's not going to build any muscle.
Well, there's definitely, like, it will build some muscle, but it's definitely you're leaving gains on the table by having a big arch, a wide grip.
It's not the route you would take to build muscle.
No.
That's not the movement you would use. You completely change your body posture.
But you even in like, so bench press is a competition lift in powerlifting, if you don't already know that. But a lot of powerlifters, when they're not when they're not close to a competition, they will do variations that have an increased range of motion or more time under tension.
Yeah,
because
there's such a narrow range of motion on those movements. Yeah, you would end up stunted. You can actually get. These people that just run.
Yeah.
You can actually end up with, from doing an over the amount, just you see the same people, they're running the same direction, the same day, at the same pace forever and ever, and they slowly look worse.
Yeah.
And people are like, how could that happen?
Yeah.
Well, because if you watch them run, they all have a gimpy run, don't they? Yeah. Like, it's really stunted and short, and they've got this real weird mannerisms, and you can actually end up with shortened range of motion from overly doing the same thing time after time after time, because the body adapts to make it as efficient as possible. Yeah. So they're no longer picking up the knees as much as they should be. They're no longer driving like they should. They're just covering the distance from A to B.
Yeah.
So they've actually lost
efficiently as possible.
And that's what the powerlift is. It's the shortest way of getting that weight from start to finish successfully successfully as heavy as possible. So then by training outside of that, which you have to make that muscle work within full ranges of motion. And that's why you shouldn't ever just be running on the streets to get fit. In fact, the last thing I would suggest to anybody going to get fit is start running.
Yeah.
Like, get in the gym and do some resistance work is the best thing you're doing for long-term kind of change and gains.
A lot of people as well that jump straight into running end up getting injured. Because that's the thing, like, people think, lifting weights is so dangerous. Whereas, like, actually running, it has far higher injury rates.
Shin splints, you can get knee issues, shin splints, hip issues from constant jarring and smashing.
Especially people that go to do it to lose weight. So if they're heavy,
I saw a real heavy girl running the other day, and two immediate thoughts ran into my head. One was fair play. Look at her getting out and doing it, and two was,
I hope her knees
shame
are okay.
she's just doing that.
Yeah, I hope her knees are all right.
Well, I immediately thought, that's going to fail.
Yeah, I think I see it a lot.
Because it's so much effort for someone heavy to get out and pound a fucking pavement.
Yeah.
Like, Christ, I hate running, and I'm not heavy.
Yeah.
Like, imagine carrying extra, 40 pounds of weight, and then going, fuck that. So they're going to put all the effort in that they could be putting into a gym or a routine or something alongside that's going to do so much more. Yeah. So much more.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that, like, literally because of the excess body fat that they're carrying around their torso, the act of, like, obviously when you take your step up, it lifts up and then jars down. Literally can help, like, knock the wind out of them. Their own body fat effectively can, like, knock the wind out of them. So they're getting winded just from their own body, let alone running.
That's so it's just madness.
Like it's just not ideal as a starting point for a lot of people. Genuinely, a power walk is more of an efficient thing to do because it's way better on your joints.
Heavy,
but
also bag work.
Yeah,
just do something that's low impact.
Swimming.
Get on a cross trainer. Yeah. That's what they're designed for. Yeah. Low impact, so you can do distance, but don't think cross training is like running, because it isn't. No. You've got to generally put when you're on anything, you've got to make sure that you're focusing where your drive and load is. Don't just think going through the motions is going to do the job for you. Nothing does a job for you. Everything has to have focus. When I'm riding a bike, like I said before, I'm focused on my entire posture, core, and everything going on. Like, that's why I end up looking better the next day. If I just sat on that bike how my body wanted to, I would be in bits. Like, I'd wake up with a knot in the middle of my back, my glutes, my bum would be sore as shit. You know, like, my hips would not be extending properly. Like, it'd be horrible. It'd be horrible. But I get up with a benefit from doing it. So I've had an enjoyment and a benefit. And that's what you should get from your training. Enjoyment and benefit. If you're not getting those two things, you don't need to stop. You just need to switch things up.
Yeah, do things different.
Just try something different.
Have we got questions?
No, because we forgot to put it up, because we're too busy killing flies with an electronic tennis racket.
Yeah, we were. Well, that's fine. I think everyone will be okay with no questions on this one.
Yeah, but I think the main thing, so we had to put your feet on the earth, get outside and do things, and trying to stress how important that really, really is to you. If you've listened to a series over and again and thought, no, not fucking tomorrow, outside, or now, if it's early enough, outside, 20 minutes, time to yourself.
Yeah.
Feet on the earth.
I would definitely agree with that. Just outside, or, like, again, going out for a walk, getting in touch with nature, like doing things. Obviously, if you're out for a walk, you've obviously got shoes on, or more than likely you got shoes on. But
do you know that one time I went out for a walk with my mate Yusuf, who comes down to fight videos with me, and we stopped halfway around in one of the a field by the river and meditated for 15 minutes, just in the grass. It was sick. It was awesome. So you can just go, have a wander, and if you go on my playlist on Spotify, Wake Yourself Up, Lex Griffin, the fourth song in is Alan Watts Meditation. It's 15 minutes. And the idea was, obviously, listen to the 4 songs when you get up, make your coffee, and by the time your coffee's made, you're ready, the meditation song hits. Fourth one on, or just search on Spotify, Alan Watts Meditation. Sit on your own in a nice little calm environment and just listen to that and do as he says.
Talking of going out barefoot, so when me and Emma first met, we went camping, and it was right by the beach, this place was. And there was another guy who was, like, the next tent over, who we'd spoke to a few times with his family, and said, "Oh, how far is it to the town? Because you can walk there along the beach, basically." And he was like, "Oh, I think it's about 10 minutes." So Emma was going barefoot, and I was going to put my shoes on, and she was like, "Oh, you don't need to." And I was like, "All right then." So chucked them back in the tent, and we set off walking down the beach. About 2 hours.
So it was a beach walk.
Yeah, about probably an hour and a half to 2 hours later, we got there. The tide had come in and blocked us off, so we couldn't get back along the beach. So then we had to get the train barefoot.
You're like a pair of hippies.
Yeah, back to as close as we could get. But because this was a campsite in the middle of nowhere, and it's called Shell Island. And
Who's the moron that told you 10 minutes?
Just this random geezer.
Did you go and burn his tent down afterwards?
He was gone actually. After.
Yeah, I bet he was. Laughing all the way.
So this literally took us so long. So then we got the train back to as close as we could get, and then we started walking. It was about a 2-mile walk from the train to get back to the campsite down this like dirt road with no lights on it.
Oh no!
So we started walking down, and it was like dusk, and the camp like it's called Shell Island because when the tide comes in, it's an island. You can't get to it. And we had no idea what the tide was doing at this point because we were like fucking 17. Like we were stupid fucking kids.
Oh, right. Yeah, this is original.
Yeah, like it was when me and Emma first met. And so we just started walking down there, and just by some chance, a woman with like 2 kids was driving down to like go camping.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Do you guys need a lift?" And we were like,
God,
please, yeah, because our feet were like battered and
just
like
throbbing.
Yeah, because like as well, there was like pebbly areas that we went across. It was horrible. It was a fucking, it was a hilarious experience. But fuck me, it was an interesting one. And then just that, like this woman was really kind just to give us a lift back.
What happened when was it tied in?
It was like if we'd have walked it, we wouldn't have made it.
Yeah,
the tide we'd have had to have waded through, because she only just made it through and she drove.
Yeah,
because it would have taken us like 20-30 minutes to have.
What do they do if there's a problem? And the tide's in.
I don't know.
How do they get off if there's an issue, or get an ambulance to you or anything?
No
How's
idea.
that? But is that even still going? Is that even still a place?
I think so. Yeah, Shell Island's quite like a popular place.
Sounds cool.
It's a huge, like it's a massive campsite, but it's just like how the lands form. Wales. Yeah, it's just how the land forms. It's just like
let's do the lads' weekend there.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah,
it's cool. So yeah, maybe that'll be one.
A good one.
But yeah, not going for a barefoot walker.
Tell me the mushroom story.
Oh shit, mushroom story. So,
is this like magic mushroom story?
Yeah. It's not just normal mushrooms. I once made a mushroom risotto. That's my mushroom story.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. I thought it was going to be like, I thought I had magic mushrooms. Then
yeah, like I completely misinterpreted it, and like this badass blacksmith just bought some button mushrooms.
Yeah, and he made a killer risotto.
Yes, it was marvellous.
But he dared to put unshaved full black peppercorns in it. He was ruthless, he was.
He even added a few shiitake mushrooms.
Shiitakes! Yeah. Could you believe it in this day and age?
No, so I had so I used to live in Wolverhampton.
Before you carry on, let me just say that gets considerably better the more you drink it.
Yeah, it does. That's quite nice actually.
It
took like I think after the first glass, then I was like, yeah, okay, and then the second half
because it's so smooth and there's no burn, it's a consistent flavour all the way through. And so once you've got that, the bitterness dies down a little bit, but it is still quite tart.
Yeah,
but it's enjoyable.
I think when we have one after though, I might be tempted. I want to try Bumbu again. I haven't had that for so long.
See, you have Bumbu after, it's going to taste like sweeties.
I know, that's what I want.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
Go on then.
Anyway, okay, so
Wolverhampton.
I lived in Wolverhampton with my mum when I was younger, and there was a field there that everyone knew mushrooms grew.
But I've tried to find these fields. Yeah. Where are they?
Well, I can tell you that one that I lived at when I was like 13. And like at certain times of the year, you just see people go around walking their dogs, casually just picking all these mushrooms. And so we had some of these mushrooms, and like I basically had like a trip on mushrooms when I was like 13 or 14.
How many did you have? Do you know how many you had?
I had it was just like a little bag of them. I don't know how many I had, and I felt nothing for ages. Yeah,
this is the scary thing with mushrooms. There's no control.
Yeah.
Like with everything else, like a DMT or things like that, you know the timescales. You know what. From here to here, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Mushrooms or like weed in food.
Yeah, goddamn edibles are terrible. Dude, I've got a funny edible story as well.
The edible one where I got, like, Yusuf came around. I don't think I've told it on here.
I don't know.
He came around and brought brownies with him.
Yeah.
But he and his friend take turns to make the brownies.
Yeah.
This was not his turn to make the fucking brownies, but he brought this brownie round.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm going to have half.
Yeah.
He said, you have a quarter. Because I don't use weed a lot.
Yeah.
I had it in vape form, and that was like the most I used it.
Yeah.
So he was like, have a quarter, see how you feel after a couple of hours. I was like, okay, have a quarter. So I ate the quarter, and he had the half. And I was like, I think he maybe had a quarter and a bit. And I was like, so how much is in that quarter? He went, bear in mind we've eaten it. At this point, he went, dunno. I was like,
Dunno.
What do you mean, dunno? I said, well, how much is in the whole tray? He went, dunno. I was like, what the fuck do you mean, dunno?
Yeah.
What is dunno a weight, a measurement I don't know about?
Yeah.
One dunno, two dunnos?
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know because I didn't make it.
Yeah.
I was like, you gave me stranger brownie.
Yeah.
He was like, yep. He said, it's usually good.
Yeah.
His friend just take turns mixing it. So I was like, okay, guess we're going to find out.
Yeah.
So anyway, we took it at 9.
Yeah.
By 12 o'clock, we were very happy, very chilled.
Yeah.
Just watching movies, feeling
Edibles
good.
was so bad.
And I was just like, this is okay. Looked at each other. I was like, feel good? He's like, yes, feel good. Should we finish the rest of that brownie?
Yeah.
He's like, yes, go finish the rest of it.
Yeah.
No. I was like, that was good. Yeah. By about 2 o'clock, go to bed. Right. Feeling like a bit giggly. Watched a couple of movies.
Yeah.
Felt a bit sleepy.
Yeah.
6 a.m. in the morning, my own brain wakes me up like, bitch, wake up.
Yeah.
I was like, what? He goes, motherfucker, you high? I was like, what do you need to tell me for? My brain goes, because I'm not doing this alone.
We need the body involved.
I'm not doing this alone. And by the way, have you noticed? Your hands are turning into triangles.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I've got Dorito hands? No. And I was like, how high are we going to get?
Yeah.
I ate this at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Are we that? Is this as high as we get?
Yeah.
I was like, I can't go any higher.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I thought I was going to die. But then
Edibles are risky business, man.
we woke up 9:30, went downstairs. Yusuf sat downstairs on the kitchen sofa. I walked in. He looked like your diggity dog. Like, As I walked in, I went, motherfucker, you gave me a tomorrow high.
Yeah.
He looked up at me with his tea and just went, yep.
Yep.
We were still both 9:30 the next
Baked,
morning.
yeah.
Like, we are going nowhere.
Yeah, I literally that's what edibles do to you. So I don't know whether anyone knows, but there's some people that you can find on Instagram and somewhere else that will do these like kind of products that may contain or may not contain things.
THC.
Yeah. And I bought these gummies, and they're brilliant. And the guy where I got them from, the company was fucking awesome.
I remember you telling me about it,
super
actually.
good, really like brilliant company, very thorough. Like, I've got allergies, and he sent me all of his allergy certificates that he's got, like, food hygiene. Like, he run, like, obviously it's an illegal...
Is the still going?
Yeah. It's a. I'm not going to say, obviously, who.
No,
I'll tell you, but...
Yeah.
So it's an illegal business, but he runs it as legitimately as he can, and he genuinely believes, and I also believe that, like, that shit should not be illegal.
No, 100%, yeah, go on.
Like, I think fucking most people would probably
We all agree with that, surely. Yeah.
So, anyway, so... He sent me all this
If you
stuff
don't, go and have an edible gummy and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So anyway, I had some of these gummies, and it'd been so I used to smoke a lot of weed when I was very, very young, like in my early teens, but I hadn't had edibles for a very long time. So I'd forgotten how long it took to kick in. So this pack of gummies came. There's 10 in a pack. You should probably only have a couple.
So in the pack, you're giving an overall rating for the level in the entire pack, or is it per gummy?
So it's just strong, basically. That's what it was rated as, just strong. And I did speak to him, and he said, just try one, see how it goes. And then, like, if you need more, it's like some people take the whole pack. So I was like, all right, fair enough.
This is the thing, you just can't.
It's because different people have different tolerances and whatever else. And generally speaking, so even though I went about 7 or 8 years without smoking any weed, because when I first met Emma, she was very much against drugs. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I don't need to take drugs, so I'll just stop doing them if you don't like it. So then I did, and then after like 7 or 8 years, however long it was, Emma's kind of opinions on it relaxed a lot more, and she was okay with me doing it. So I was like, all right, occasionally I'll have a smoke here and there. So it's still super rare, but yeah. So, but my tolerance stayed pretty high. So I was like, yeah, all right, I've got this. So I tried like one of the gummies and then left it for an hour. And I was like, not really feeling anything. I think one was probably not enough. So I had like another 2, left it about another hour. Still nothing.
Still nothing after 2 hours.
No. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to finish this pack.
No.
So I had the whole pack.
You went all in.
Yeah. And then about an hour after that, I think I was sat watching Rick and Morty, and I felt like I was melting into the sofa. And I was like, have you ever been in a bath and let the water run out?
Yeah.
And you feel your body gradually get heavier?
Yes.
So like I had that feeling where I was like sunk into the sofa, and then I was like, I felt like my arms were part of the sofa, and I remember like trying to look at them, but like my brain went, look at your arms, and my head stayed there, and then about 5 seconds later my head went and slowly turned down to them.
It's how it separates your consciousness from your actual physicality, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
And I like that happened, and I was like, fuck, I am really high. And I was like, I need to go to bed. So like I like just willed myself to like stand up, and I just took myself off to bed, literally just got up off the sofa, walked upstairs, got to bed, passed out, dead.
Yeah.
I had to go to the gym in the morning, and I arranged to meet a mate to train at like 9 o'clock in the morning. I woke up and I was still as high as I was.
When you wake up and you go, uh-oh.
Yeah, and I was like, Jesus. But then in my head I was like, I can't, because like I'm funny about like breaking commitments as well. Like I can't do that. So I was like, and then also in this like high state, I was like, I've got to go. I've got to go to the gym. And I was like, everyone's going to know I'm high. And then I'm just going to so I went in. It was fine, and training was just a bit not ideal, I think. But like, yeah.
But here's the thing: you can utilize the gummies and the food things to microdose prior to training sessions and stuff like that, and actually really improve your training sessions.
I know a lot of people that microdose.
It's a huge thing. Loads of people have done it, and a lot of people have done it quietly for years because obviously it was illegal. Now it's so much more open.
Yeah.
The amount of people coming out who's like Mike Tyson. Yeah. Tyson used to train for fights. Yeah. Smoking DMT, like Changa. He used to smoke Changa and take mushrooms whilst going through the fight camps.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, he said because it told him when he was being a bitch and kept him on focus, kept him on track.
Yeah. I think that's my resolution for this year, more drugs.
Yeah, more mind expanding.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's it.
The
I would never take
narcissistic
coke or
the ones that break you down and make you look at yourself.
Yeah.
The psychedelic side is the way you want to be going at that. And for me, like honestly, some of the weed I don't like. Mm-hmm. If it's let me think. So there's indica and sativa. Yeah. I'm pretty sure indica is the only one I like because sativa gives you a head high. Yeah. I do not like that. It makes me feel drunk.
Yeah.
The indica though, where it gives you the body high. Oh,
yeah,
I love it. Love it.
Oh, you said it.
The brownie,
yeah,
not indica.
Yeah,
sativa woke me up like a punch in the face. Yeah. Not good.
Yeah, but
didn't like it.
I think it's
so. Yeah,
I think it's
go for the body highs.
The sativa that some people like to microdose, though, because apparently some people say it helps them with productivity.
I tried that. Didn't with me.
Yeah, me either.
Didn't with me. Just made me feel a bit like foggied.
Yeah, I don't get that.
And again, that's probably why I don't feel good taking it because it just doesn't mix with my matrix. You know, it makes me feel drunk. It makes me feel head heavy. It's not nice. Almost a bit car sick kind of. I just don't like it. Yeah. Whereas the indica really helps my entire body just relax and let go. It's perfect for that when I need to go either sleep better or just relax, go into bed, maybe do a bit of meditation or whatever.
Yeah, that's how I feel. It helps me be in the moment a lot more and detach from all the clutter.
I definitely think there's a place for all of these herbs and these uses. And I can't recommend the DMT side of stuff more highly. Like it has emphatically changed my life.
Yeah.
Like
is DMT illegal?
Yes, massively.
Yeah,
it's disgusting that it is. Yeah, because it's not even something that's a huge. Most people don't even. You can't. It's hard to get because there's no interest in it from dealers because they don't make money from it. Yeah, but the people who do make it care about it and they want you to take it to expand your mind. Yeah, they're not really in it to make tons of money. They're just there to help share. Yep.
It's something I've really wanted to try. I've never tried it yet, but at some point I will. 100%.
If you've had experiences on anything that's been good, been bad, or whatever you found, let us know in the comment section. It'd be really interesting to see your experiences and stories. It'd be really cool. Yeah. I think it's a good one. It's a really good one. If you'd like us to talk more about stuff like this as well, in fact, in the comment section, give us a list of stuff you want us to cover more of. Because there's such huge topics. And I know we go into the fitness stuff a lot. And I know we go into a lot of the psychological side of things. And a lot of you like that.
There's a lot more to us than just that, isn't it? Yeah. that's just a small aspect of our lives.
Talk about everything. You know, we can even go as shallow as talking about, you know, fashion senses and things like that. What do you do if you don't feel confident going shopping? As much as we can talk about what happens if you don't feel confident trying to nail a girl or a guy. You know, we can give you our perspective on things.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here for. And have a giggle along the way, hopefully. Yeah. And in this extra long session you've had today,
how long have we been?
needed this, I think. I think we needed a good chat.
Yeah.
I think we needed a bit of a little ranty moment.
Yeah.
Get it off our chest.
I feel better now, actually.
I feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do. Feel nice. And
we're going to go and have a campfire.
What we're going to go do now is we're going to go outside. We're going to stoke out. We're going to get the fire pit going. Cigars, yes, mate.
And I'm going for a bamboo.
You're going bamboo. I'm going to go Gentleman Jack. Yeah. Gentleman Jack. I'm going to sit, enjoy the nice evening. I hope you guys are making the most of this weather. If you're in England at the moment, make your plans over the next 10 days to get outside, man. Just take advantage of this weather. It's here for the next 10 days. It is no less than 20 degrees every day.
Yep.
Every fucking day. So now is your chance. If you sit in 10 days' time when the rain comes and go, fuck, wish I'd done something, more fool you.
Oh, last thing. This is super last minute.
Yeah.
Because somebody messaged me about this. It was Brett, I think, messaged about it. And
Brett Hitman Hart.
Yes,
personal friend here.
This is Brett versus Godzilla, or he commented or something like that. So because Day Passes will be back at Black Country Barbell from Monday. So when you're hearing this, Day Passes are back. You've got to.
I've had a few people ask me about that. Actually.
We get fucking so many messages every day. So you've got to pre-book because there's limited slots. You can go to the link in our Instagram bio. Or there.
And sort it out.
Yeah.
But I can also tell you, huge Gymshark sale coming on the 7th of the 7th.
I'm getting on that.
7th of June at 7 p.m. The Gymshark sale is going to be on. And they only do 2 of these motherfuckers a year.
I've actually set the alarm on my phone for
Dude, you got to be quick.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be up to 50% off items across the entire site, and this is the big one that they do, and when shit goes, it's gone. It is gone. So be prepared. I'm going to put a link in the description for the blog you need to read before the sale, because it's going to tell you every detail you need to know about all the items and when they're going to go and how possibly they might give you some of the pricings of what's off on what. So definitely click the link and check it out, because 1, it's going to give you the information you need. 2, it helps embed in the link the support that helps this podcast and the channels and stuff like that. So by clicking that link, you're literally supporting us as well by doing it, as well as helping yourselves get that little bit of a bit of foot on the first rung of the ladder of the sale extravaganza.
Yeah. And by us, he means Lex, because I'm definitely not Gymshark sponsored.
No, but I mean, it's all circular, isn't it? We put everything back into everything
I'm
we
only
do.
joking. Just the idea of me being Gymshark sponsored is hilarious in my head.
They could have an entrepreneur sponsorship section.
Yeah, realistically they could.
Of course they could.
I'm way.
They're sponsoring freaking every kind of avenue under the sun at the moment. They're really expansive.
Yeah, but I don't have the following that would be useful for
They're not
them.
always about following. Sometimes they're just about the girth of your head.
Yes, I've definitely got a girthy head.
That'd be it.
Yeah, that's definitely not why they took you on.
Right, guys.
Should we go?
Oh, also, who have you got? Mayweather, Logan Paul.
Oh,
by the time people watch this, hopefully you'll have seen Mayweather dink his fists off Logan's face.
Yeah, literally.
Actually, do you know, if I'm honest,
what?
I really hope Logan knocks him out.
It would be amazing.
It would just be brilliant.
It would be amazing if
it's not going to happen.
No,
and it hasn't happened by the time we listen to this. But let's all live in the knowledge. No matter how much you think. Listen, we got Jake Paul is the ass. Logan is really he's all right.
He seems all right.
He's just a daft sod. He's done amazingly well. Very clever at what he did. And honestly, I hope he lands a shot.
Yeah.
We never hear the end of it.
Yeah,
but it'd be worth it because Mayweather is a bit of a tit.
Yeah. I don't like Mayweather, but he's fucking good at what he does.
He's incredible. He's the best ever, I think, at what he does. But we'll see. So, yeah. Other than that, I hope you all have an amazing week. Make it a good week.
Enjoy the sun.
Get out. Make some plans. Enjoy that. Enjoy the energy the sun is giving off. Get outside. Put your fucking feet on the earth. Go for a walk. Hug a fucking tree.
Yeah.
Find a big-ass tree.
Finger a tree.
Get a book. And sit down, rub your fingers on the tree, and read a bit of a book. And honestly, I tell you what, you're going to come back, you're going to be feeling better. Make your own energy. Have a great week, people. We will see you in the next one. Toodle pip. Did you just do a bicep flex?
I did.
What was why?
I don't know. I'm completely flaccid right
Don't
now.
look at my head. Look at my bicep.
Yeah, I'm not trained. I'm so flat right now.
Let's go drink whiskey and have a fight. Toodle pip, people. Bye. Bye.